going on, fellow fantasy people? And of course, what is up the catch? Fam!
Bam.
We got Steven in the house. What's going on, brother?
Nothing much. I just got done replaying the games that we had yesterday. Just me defeating you twice in Madden,
So I guess we're playing Madden tonight.
back to back. Just beautiful wins. I don't know if you guys. Not gonna lie, man. That last game we played was pretty close. Came down to the wire. That was a
I
good
mean,
one.
the first one you can give me crap for, that's for sure.
I mean, I beat you 28-0. Eventually, just let you quit.
I feel like it was worse than that.
Might have been close to 30. I eventually let you stop the bleeding and quit in second quarter.
Well, I mean, you can go back to the last stream.
Dude,
Played.
those
I was
games
locked
were
in.
just like a lot of turnovers, man. We both threw like 40 picks each.
I was locked in that night. Dude, he threw like 3 picks in that Bengals game last night.
Yeah, I did. I threw a couple.
Yeah. That was a good game. We'll give you that.
Yeah.
So what's going on? What's going on, guys? What's up, the catch fam? Man, we've got the must-start QBs, must-start tight ends tonight. Some good old Week 8 fantasy Q&A, man. I hope everyone's doing well. Thanks, everyone, for coming out, man. If you guys are new here, make sure you hit that sub button down below. Become part of the Catch fam tonight. Everyone hit that like button on your way and get in that live chat. Let us know what's going on, man. Yeah, Antonio Brown's out this week, guys, which I just saw a minute before the stream started. I'm really upset about this. I'm really upset about that. Holden, what's going on, my guy? Hope you're doing well tonight. Thanks for coming out to the stream. Do I trade away Aaron Rodgers and Jamal Williams for Patty Mahomes in non-PPR 10-man league? I would definitely consider that. Yeah, I would say yes. I mean, Patty Mahomes still top 3 quarterback. Maybe he's dropped a couple spots after last.
No, he's currently at number 5.
Okay.
I wanted him to be on the must start list, but he's right within that top 5. But yeah, man, I would love this too. Aaron Rodgers has been average as a fantasy option this year. And I think that I would trade Jamal Williams and A-Rod to get a guy like Patrick Mahomes, which you're buying him at absolute bottom floor right here. This is a guy that could just separate you from the pack rest of the season, right?
I think it's a good trade.
Mm-hmm.
I say you take that trade for sure.
Yeah.
Richard Glass, what is up, my guy? Good to see you, Richard.
Richard.
K9, what's up, my guy? Thoughts on Rob Gronkowski and what up? What is up, K9? Steven, being a Gronk owner, what are your thoughts this week on Gronk?
I'm staying off of Gronk this week. I mentioned it last night. In the Catch Fam League, I pivoted off of Gronk for Robert Tonyan to just play the spot start against, the Arizona Cardinals, despite that being a really tough matchup. Not really expecting a ton out of Tonyan, to be honest. That number 1 defense against tight ends. But, he's obviously going to see the looks. But there's other options out there, too. I mean, Pat Freiermuth with the Pittsburgh Steelers. He's seeing a ton of targets and outpacing Eric Ebron now. And I'm sure you're going to get into a lot of tasty treats as well at tight end. But no, I mean, general gist is I still want to stay off of Rob Gronkowski until after the bye week. So let him play this difficult defense with the New Orleans Saints, get a healthy bye week, and come back fully ready to go.
I like that. I think that's a good analysis.
Thank
job,
you.
Steven.
Thanks, John.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. Clap nuts. What's going on, man?
Every time you do that.
Steven, every time, man. Khalif Raymond, worth an ad. Listen, I don't want to talk you out of this, right? But I've said this over the last couple of weeks about the Lions receivers, and I just don't know if we can trust these guys, right? I mean, Amon-Ra St. Brown's a great example, right?
That would be the guy I'd actually look at too, though. If I were going to be looking at, I know, I get it. He was a skunk.
9 to 10 points 3 weeks in a row, depending on scoring format, than a goose egg. And then you look at Raymond's, before this past week, the last time he had a big game, you look at what he did in between, completely inconsistent. Then you look at Cephas. I really liked Cephas beginning of the season. He was
I did
balling
too.
out.
I did too.
He was like the big red zone target.
Mm-hmm.
Hasn't done a whole lot since. So is Khalif Rayburn worth an ad?
I don't think so.
I just called him Khalif Rayborn. Khalif
Sounds like a Born Ultimatum, like little spinoff.
Khalif Raymond. Listen, I don't want to say he's not worth an ad, but only if you're desperate at the receiver position, right? It's got to be pretty bad for me. I'm viewing these Lions wide receivers like I view the San Francisco 49ers running backs, right? We just don't know how they're going to be utilized on a week-to-week basis. I mean, a better example would probably be the Patriots wide receivers, right? They've been extremely inconsistent. Algalor, Bourne, and Myers, right? I think they're another group kind of similar on two offenses that are just not very productive overall. So
let me ask you, same game, opposite team. Would you rather have a guy like Khalif Raymond or, St. Brown, or on the Eagles have Quez Watkins, right? I think Quez Watkins is kind of the big play guy on this offense in Philly. Seems like Hurts and him do have a little bit of a rapport. Definitely a tasty matchup going up against Detroit. I think if your waivers are that thin, you'll probably see Quez out there as well. And I think I'd rather take a shot on Quez. But, I would also take a shot on a guy like maybe a Randall Cobb, maybe a guy like if Devontae Parker's healthy, right? Despite the hard matchup against Buffalo. I just think there's got to be some other options out there.
Yeah, I think I agree. All right, let's see here. Holden, sorry for spamming. You're good, bro. You're good. Emily, good evening. What are your thoughts on Randall Cobb, and would you start him over Michael Gallop in PPR? I think this week, yes.
Yeah.
Why not? I mean, due to the target share and volume he should see. I think this week, yes. But whenever Adams and Lazard come back, probably would rule Gallop over Cobb.
I like Cobb this week. I just think that what we've seen on the season so far is he's been used kind of randomly, haphazardly, just because of Devontae Adams' steady presence in the offense. But Adams sees a significant bulk of the targets in the red zone in particular. Again, Tanya's got a tough matchup. So I think Cobb might see a game closer, probably not as extreme as that game against Pittsburgh where he had 2 touchdowns, but he got the red zone looks there. So could be another situation where he gets that. And man, it's prime time. I get it. A lot of options are out. Aaron Rodgers is still going to do something to stay in the game. So there's got to be points somewhere. And this Cardinals defense is pretty good against the run as well. So got to imagine A-Rod's going to be throwing it around.
He's going to throw it around. We know that much. All right, let's see here. Marky Mark, what's going on, my guy? Always good to have you out here, Mark. LeBron's brain. What do you think about Pittman for Cooks?
Should we talk about Philly Mike breaking the news a little bit? Maybe spell out a little bit about the fact that, coming up on trade deadline, Brandon Cooks could get moved, right? So I think if you're going to move a guy like Michael Pittman for a guy like Brandon Cooks, there is the potential upside that they flip him, right?
I don't know that there's a lot there, though.
I don't either. But if they're going to trade off Mark Ingram, don't you think that they might trade him too?
No, I think it's speculation.
Okay.
I mean, it's possible, sure. But
Makes sense.
I think right now I'd rather have Pittman. As a true Colts fan than I am, as you guys see my jersey. But no, in all seriousness, I think I'd rather have Pittman. Yeah, I think I'd rather have Pittman.
Yeah, I would too.
Chase, Terry and Debo are both questionable. Should I sit one for Patterson? I mean, my initial thought here, Chase, is that we're at that point in the season where a lot of these, veteran guys, especially at the receiver position and the running back position, are probably going to be questionable throughout the week. So you definitely want to monitor this leading up until Sunday. But I mean, you could start Patterson over Terry or Debo, arguably regardless, right? I mean, the way he's played this season, but I wouldn't, let the questionable mark necessarily scare you away from starting Terry and Debo until, unless come Sunday we have some sort of news that they're not playing.
especially with Debo. I mean, the guy's utilization rate is so high that they're looking at him like a running back, right? The running backs get all those questionable designations throughout the week, especially leading up until Friday. They view Debo the same way because he gets so many touches in the game time.
Yeah. Aaron Reborn, what's going on, man? LeBron's brain. Should I play Emmanuel Sanders versus Miami or Tony versus KC? I say Emmanuel Sanders all day long on that one. All day long.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I'll hit the table on that one for sure,
Yeah.
Sanders.
Brett, hey guys, y'all like Mixon, Woods, Gage for Swift and Mike Williams? Yes. Yeah. I mean, I think Williams is probably going to give you better upside than Woods or Gage is, and I think, I mean, Swift on the season's been much better than Mixon, so I think it's an even swap there. But I mean, I still like Mixon. I still like Woods. Don't get me wrong. I think Gage is going to be kind of boom or bust on the season, in my opinion. So I don't mind the trade if you're ending up with the Swift and Williams side of things. Sure.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I was trying to pull up. I don't think the Bengals have had their bye week yet, have they? But either way, so that's like the one thing in Joe Mixon's favor, or going against him, is that he's got a bye week coming up. I guess they both do, actually. So never mind. Yeah, I like the Mike Williams Swift side of this deal.
I agree. All right, let's. Richard Glass just picked up Khalif Raymond in our the catch league. Interesting move there, Richard.
I guess we didn't convince him.
Ronald, would you trade Myers and Mike Davis for Pollard? I don't have Zeke or anything. It would be all bench depth, but Mike Davis is seeming just like a worse handcuff right now. I don't hate that move. Why not?
Yeah.
I mean, Myers has become pretty inconsistent, so I don't think you're losing a lot of value at the receiver position. If you have more conviction in that play, then yeah, Ronald, I say go for it. Clap nuts. Any update on Gallop? And is he a start his first game back? I believe he will be playing Sunday against Minnesota. I haven't seen any official update, but I mean, I guess we could look that up real quick.
Yeah, let's look it up because I don't know if he is supposed to roll. He returned to practice, still taking it slow in the first practice since week 1. This came out Wednesday, I guess. I don't know, man. I would be kind of hesitant to plug him in. I mean, I have him on my squad. Definitely a receiver needy team as well, but I don't think I'd plug him and play him here after that injury.
Maybe give it a week unless you're absolutely desperate.
Yeah.
Matt Gilbert traded Hurts and Evans for Ridley and 1 QB dynasty with Kyler's my starting QB. Good trade. Ooh. I think I would have rather held on to Hurts and Evans. I mean, maybe in Dynasty, I mean, I guess it helps to have the younger player, Ridley over Evans, but I still think I don't know. I think I would have held on to Hurts and Evans personally.
Yeah, I mean, okay, so the Dynasty aspect is a pretty big deal, and this could probably go into another tangent because Jalen Hurts is dominant in fantasy, right? The dude straight up sucks in the NFL. Like, he's bad at quarterback for this Philadelphia Eagles team. Like, I don't know any Eagles fans who are like fans of him in like an efficiency standard, right? He's fun to watch, I guess, but he misses the read all the time. So my point is like, what is his career trajectory looking like? And then obviously you got Mike Evans, who's older, and then you get Calvin Ridley, a younger receiver, definitely a wide receiver 1, right? And you have Kyler on that team as well. So
yeah,
I understand it, I guess.
I can see both sides of it. Nick Wilby, what's going on? You think Kadarius Toney breaks out this week versus Kansas City? I think if he plays, he has a good game for sure. I think he's already broken out on the season, right? But in terms of coming back from that breakout game, and coming back from his injuries, yeah, I think as long as he's healthy and he's out on the field the whole game, I think he'll have a very good game against the secondary.
I've heard. I don't know if he is going to be playing.
Yeah, I think it's still questionable.
a lot of this receiving core is getting increasingly questionable. Apparently, like not just him, but also Galladay, Shepard.
They need a new trainer, man.
Yeah, that receiving core. Not to step on toes of this must starts, but I mean it's hurting Daniel Jones as well here if those guys aren't there.
You're gonna step on Danny Dimes' toes, Steven?
Yeah, maybe a little.
Jacksonville, what's going on, man? It's been a bit, but I'm 1-6 now. Yeah, well,
hey,
I'm sorry to hear that, brother. Hopefully, we can get you some advice. Hope get you in the right direction. I had a season where I started 1-6, and then I ended up being one game from missing the playoffs. And that was actually last year. Simon for president. Hey, fellas, how you guys doing? What's going on, Simon? It's good to see you. LeBron Brain. Okay, what about Pittman CD for Ridley Cook's rest of season?
No.
I think
you're giving up CD?
I think we want to hold on to CD.
Yeah.
Mr. Matt J. Kim, should I trade Kareem Hunt for Devonta Adams? I'd say yes.
Oh yeah, big time, man.
I mean, I love Hunt when healthy. Don't get me wrong, but
I still would have done the deal.
If you're not hurting at RB, then there's no question. Yeah, even if you got Tyreek Hill, Calvin Ridley, and Jamar Chase, you still take.
You still take Adams.
Yeah. Nick Wilby, what's going on, man? Thoughts on Uzma versus the Jets and Tony versus Kansas City? Yeah, kind of touched on Tony a little bit, right? I think he has a fine game if he plays healthy. Yeah, I think he's worth a start this week if he's healthy. Uzma, I'm really torn on Uzma. I'm not going to lie. I like him, right? I think it was a good waiver pickup for the week, especially if you have Waller or Andrews, right? I don't expect a huge game.
Chasing the points.
It's a great matchup.
It's
coming off a fantastic game, right? I'm going back and forth on this day to day. Monday, I felt really good about Uzma. Yesterday, I felt good. Today, I don't feel as good. So I think it's worth the play. Don't get me wrong. I think he's one of the better streaming options of the week. But like, if you've got Mike Gaseki versus Buffalo, it's a bad matchup. I would still feel more comfortable with Mike Gaseki.
Yeah.
Right. I don't hate this play, but I'm not entirely in love with it. If you got Waller or Andrews on bye, if you've got Dawson Knox injured, you got Gronk who you're not sure about, then I think it's fine. But don't replace someone who's been solid on the season with him this week just because he had that. I mean, think about it this way: 3 receptions last week, 2 of them were touchdowns. So it's great, right? But you wipe away one of those, it's a good stat line. You wipe away 2 of those, it's a really bad stat line. So,
John, just because it does seem like there's a lot of buzz on Tony right here, and I love him. What are your thoughts on him here? I mean, you need a receiver this week with AB being rolled out. If let's say he's totally active come Friday, are you going for him, right? Because in my opinion, if he is activated for that game against Kansas City, he's gonna blow up. He's going to start getting on everybody's minds, right? I don't know if you're jotting him down right now just so
he's not available in our league, is he?
I think he is because I picked Bateman over him, right?
I don't think he's available. No, he's on Patrick's team.
Oh wow, that's unfortunate. Sorry to tease you there, but as you can see, my excitement, right? I think if he does play, he is going to pop off like no other. And then you are going to wish you have gotten him because at that point, he's going to be on the grand stage against Kansas City. All the lights are going to be on that. I think it's Monday Night Football too, right? Yeah. You're never going to get a chance to get him again. So if you're going to do it, you got to do it now.
Yeah, I do agree with that standpoint. I think he's going to have a good game, and yeah, I think if he's available right now, this is probably the last chance to get him because I do think he'll have a good game.
Might go grab him in a league real quick.
He's not available in our league. I don't think he's available in catch either. LeBron's brain. Woods got dropped to waiver this week because the dude's team was stacked, but I couldn't get him. Ooh. Woods. I would love for Woods to be dropped in the league I play in. TS Goddard or Ertz this week. Stream Cousins, Jones, Bridgewater over Rodgers this week. PPR. Thanks. I like Goddard and Ertz both this week. Not to spoil some of the must-start tight end segment of the night, but I am cautious on Ertz this week, right? The Cardinals are the best team in the league against opposing tight ends. So I'm very hesitant on Ertz. Very, very hesitant. I think Goddard's a safer play. But I got one of those feelings about Ertz at the same time. Also,
similar to Uzma.
Sure. A lot less mouths to feed on the Eagles than the Cardinals, right?
Yeah.
Stream Cousins, Jones, Bridgewater over Rodgers this week. I didn't really think about that impact of these receivers being out, that people are thinking about not starting Rodgers, you know?
I wouldn't. I think this is where you stand away. And I think you look at his points that he's had on the season, it backs that up even more, because with all the weapons he's had, he still has been pretty middle of the pack. So, yeah, I definitely wouldn't start him here. Or I wouldn't look to start him.
Well, out of those quarterbacks, who would you start? Danny Dimes, Cousins, or Bridgewater?
Yeah, Kirk Cousins. Cousins. Okay. Yeah.
There you go. Goddard and Cousins. Brendan Cruz is going on. What can you get for CMC, and what do you think of Tony? A lot of questions about Tony tonight.
Yeah.
Which we've basically already touched on. But
love him.
CMC, man, like, look for a team that's in the top 4 and get some good collateral. I mean, like, to a winning team in your league, you should be able to get an RB1 or a low-end RB that's starting and a low-end wide receiver that's starting. Like you should be able to get a stud or 2 good players, right?
So, John, at what point do you make that deal, right? What would your record need to be for you to make that deal? For me, it's like you're like 2 games below 500. You're really looking for right now.
Outside of, records, I would say in the top 4.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you might be 4-2 and you might not be in the top 4. I mean, that'd be kind of hard, but you know what I'm saying? I mean,
yeah.
Points scored make a difference, right? Like in my 20-man league, there's like 8 teams that are 3 and 4, but there's a huge difference in the rankings due to points scored. I mean, 20-man league points scored are huge.
Yeah.
I'm not even in the top 12 or 14, in case you guys are wondering. I had a pretty rough year over there, but it's gonna be very tough because I haven't scored a lot of points this year. So, yeah. Especially ever since I traded Darrell Henderson. So
that was a terrible move.
There are no quarterbacks.
Dude, I told you do not do this for 1 week. Oh my god.
It wasn't 1 week, it was almost 4 weeks. It was 3, which is almost 4.
The way I see it is, I think if somebody in the catch fam had asked you, should they do that? I don't think you would have said yes.
Well, I look out more for the catch.
I know.
Than I do.
And I was trying to look out for you, man.
Okay.
Eat your humble pie and move on.
With that beautiful sentiment, make sure you guys smash that like button. Make sure if you guys are new here, you hit that sub button down below. Become part of the Catch fam tonight. And I do appreciate everyone coming out tonight. And Steven, do you appreciate everyone coming out?
I do. Not as much you, though, because I have to look at you. Outside of that beautiful jersey you have on tonight. Gorgeous jersey.
Number 10.
That is.
Yeah. It looks like a Eli Manning jersey almost.
That's a nice Peyton Manning jersey for sure.
It's like the 1998 throwback. It's got like a special patch. Jersey. So yeah, if you guys weren't on our stream, that was Monday night the Colts played the Niners, or Sunday night. Basically, I had a very weird circumstance where I needed an exact amount of points out of the Colts defense, but also I needed the Colts to keep the ball away from the Niners and Deebo Samuel and Eli Mitchell. And I did not think I was going to win this fantasy game. And basically, I said, if Carson Wentz wins this game for the Colts and I win my fantasy matchup, then I will buy a Carson Wentz jersey on the live stream. Then we got into it, and I was like, I don't really want to buy a Carson Wentz jersey. Then I was going to buy a Darius Leonard jersey. And then, it long story short, we ended up went from Carson to Darius to Peyton. So, typical circumstance, right?
Yeah.
All right, Zeta. So my team is Jackson, Darnold, Jones, Mixon, Carter, Keenan Allen, Robert Woods, Uzma, Dawson Knox, Chargers D, Ravens D, Prater, Myles Gaskin, Waddle, Singletary, Mooney. Should I look to trade? Your team is like pretty consistent. Like there's not really any holes. You don't really have like any flashy players. Um,
Mixon's great though.
yeah, of course. He's probably the flashiest player there. But I mean, next to Aaron Jones, I guess those two. I mean, I like your team, but yeah, I don't think it would hurt to try and get an upgrade at receiver or running
Yeah.
back, right? You probably have to hold on to both those tight ends for now, but you can look to ship a guy like Michael Carter, maybe with a Gaskin, like just a running back needy team with all these injuries out there. And that way you still hold on to Singletary. You get that depth at the receiver position. I mean, you could look to swing Mooney or Waddle potentially. I would hold on to Waddle for now.
Oh, you got to hold on to Waddle.
Yeah. I mean, that's good depth outside Allen and Woods. But yeah, maybe some sort of combination between. I think the most tradable players are Carter, Gaskin, and Mooney there.
Nah, I don't know.
Steven likes Mooney still.
I like Mooney,
which is fine. I like him too, but I think he's got good trade value in that circumstance.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Yeah, that's right, Steven. Richard Glass is just for you. There you go. Yeah, that's an interesting pickup. LeBron's brain. I think Gallop got 5 targets, something in like half of the first quarter versus Tampa Bay. Yeah, he was having a good night before he got hurt.
He was cooking.
He was on Steven's team. He remembers it.
Yeah, he was cooking. Yeah. I do like him this year, man. I think he's going to be good this year.
1,000 yards last year. I mean, a contract year. He's got a lot of proof.
Let's just wait. Let's just wait till he gets healthy, because that's when the Cowboys will really be able to start feeding him. I just want to see what his utilization rate is, just coming off that injury.
Yeah. Mr. Matt J. Kim, is Mike Williams for tomorrow an even trade? I have Williams. Yes. Love Mike Williams, guys.
Yeah, I don't know if it's even, but
yeah, maybe on the other side.
Yeah, I would say it's a great trade for you, but I don't know if it's even. I think you'd be winning that pretty nicely.
We've been getting a lot of questions recently about Mike Williams, like as a trade candidate, like as a player to move on from. And I do want to preface, I love Mike Williams still in the rest of the season. Like, I don't know if these major ceilings are going to continue on a consistent basis, right? But I still think he's a startable receiver for the rest of the season. So
I tell you what, if whoever,
but I would take that trade.
Yeah, and whoever is the owner of Mike Williams in your league, right? I guess so. If you're interested in Mike Williams, right, he's going up against the Patriots. I think if you're the Pats, you need to shut Mike Williams down, right? You need to cut him out as the X factor. I think Mike Williams might have a tough matchup this week, right? So then that's like 3 games in a row, right? Because he was a dud before the bye week. Then they had the bye week. Then they had the Patriots. If he doesn't do well, that's like a perfect buy low opportunity right there. So if you are interested in Williams, I think right after this week will be a good time to do it.
I agree. But yes, Mr. Matt J. Kim, take that trade. I think we both lean RB heavy, but especially if your receivers look good, outside of Williams. And assuming that you got him in like the 9th round, they probably are.
Probably further than that.
LeBron's brain, take that, Mr. Guy's a fool. Yeah, there you go. V, hey guy, what's going on, V? Mr. Matt J. Kim, want to rate my team? Sure.
Jerry.
Sure. We'll rate your team. Yeah, Jerry.
What's
we
that,
missed
Jerry?
you last night, Jerry. We missed you. We did bring you up in the stream. Like we were like, "Where's Jerry? Anyone know where Jerry's at? Is Jerry okay?" Good to see you, Jerry. Let us know what's going on, my guy. Via miraculously beat the guy with Camaro with my New Orleans defense. Let's go. Catch fan dubs out here.
Camaro was scaring me, man. He was scaring me.
I don't know how you won, bro. Like we both got lucky.
Yeah,
but I don't know how we won.
And Camaro was testing the luck of me. That's for sure.
With AB going down, there's no way I win this week.
Probably not.
Yeah. I've been texting Ben all week, of course. Ronald, I was 2-4 and came in second last year. But when I was 2-4, I was the points leader. Just everyone had their best weeks against me. Isn't that the worst, man?
Yeah.
Yeah. Steven's never been there, but it is the worst. Last year, was it last year or the year before that in our personal league, we had the highest points scored against us the whole season?
Yeah.
I don't remember, but that did happen.
Right now, that's the case for me in our league, our personal league.
I don't know. I'd have to check my
the stats. Yeah,
I'd have to check my resources on that one. I don't know if that's credible. Nick Wilby, is CJ Uzomah a good streaming tight end this week versus Jets? Yes, he's a fine streaming option for the week, but I just don't want you. I want you guys to be wary of chasing those points, right, and replacing guys who've been productive all season long. You know what I'm saying? So, yes, he's a fine streaming option. He's probably one of the best streaming options this week, but just temper expectations a little bit. James, I'll start Darrell Williams, Eli Mitchell, or Judy. Ooh, I think I'm line Eli Mitchell, man. I never thought I'd get to this point in this season where I'm trusting the Niners running backs,
He's a good back.
But that's the best performance out of the back I've seen since we saw D'Ernest Johnson. Just
D'Ernest Johnson.
Hey, I say his name how I want to. Okay. D'Ernest.
I like D'Ernest more. D'Ernest is better. We're gonna rename him
D'Ernest Johnson. Against the Broncos, right? I think I'm leading Mitchell there. But Williams is a decent play. I love Judy, man. You guys know I love Judy. Mm-hmm. But I want to see a full game back from injury before we start him.
Yeah, I agree.
Simon for President, what are your thoughts on the Ingram trade going back to his old teams, the Saints? Yeah, I love this trade, but I want to go chasing him in fantasy, man.
No.
I think it actually hurts his fantasy output,
I don't even know if it really I mean, he's going to see more red zone looks, I guess, because the team's better. But it really, to me, it's just like Kamara and Ingram are really good friends, and they're back together. That's like the biggest.
That's the coolest thing. I know. I was thinking about them on the sidelines, like Ingram's such a mentor to Kamara, like them eating Skittles on the sidelines. Yeah. And, I side tangent, one of the coolest stories I ever heard about Mark Ingram, this has nothing to do with fantasy or anything we're talking about, but was like his mentorship to Derrick Henry, which I never really knew about. But you look at Ingram's career, a slow start to his career, then he got his time and was very, very good. Not necessarily comparable to Henry and what he's done in his time, but you look at Henry's career when he first got to Tennessee, he was
slow.
Yeah, he wasn't the lead back either. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Who was there? Was it
DeMarco Murray?
DeMarco Murray. And Henry and Ingram were like good friends, and Henry was very frustrated. Ingram basically told him, like, you're going to get your time, and when you do, like,
you're going to shine. Yeah,
right. And
he shined. He shined all right. He's looking like maybe the best running back of all time.
A little bit, but Derrick Henry said that was like huge for his career. So, shout out Mark Ingram. And for those of you who own Derrick Henry, but yeah, I don't think it's going to have a huge fantasy impact. I don't think you're going to be able to start Ingram anymore. I mean, before you could with the Texans, he's going to at least get the touches. I think now he's just touchdown dependent, which is, a gamble at best.
Yeah.
Over G, choose 3 week 8 Hills. The Hills have eyes.
Ooh, the Hills have eyes.
Halloween season.
Yeah.
Marquise Brown, Ridley, AJ Brown, Diggs. Gosh. I think Hill versus the Giants.
Yeah, you gotta go Hill here.
Don't bet against Kansas City all the way yet. We're getting close, but not yet.
AJ Brown.
I'm about to say AJ Brown. Oh, I want to say Diggs here.
Yeah, it's Diggs for me too.
I like Brown. Oh, Brown is on bye week. You're not starting Brown.
Yeah,
you're not starting Brown. Don't start.
It's a trick question. Trick question. Yeah.
I would leave Ridley out just due to Ceiling involved with the other 3. James Zhao, Tampa or Niners defense? Tampa it is.
Yeah.
Tampa it is. Ron's brain. I have Goddard, and I'm kind of disappointed after this week. What are your thoughts? I like him this week. I do. And he had a good game. 70 receiving yards last week. Want to say 6 targets, maybe only 3 receptions.
He had 10 fantasy points for me and half PPR.
Yeah.
I think he played pretty well.
I like him this coming week.
Yeah, it's only going to go up from there too. I mean, we think more targets just going to keep going his way. It's just if he gets in the end zone.
Yeah. Gosh, you guys are killing it tonight.
Mm-hmm.
We're so behind. Okay.
What time do you want to do the must starts? I mean, because the chat's killing it right now.
I guess we kick off the must starts at 9.
Yeah, probably a good idea.
And we both go through them.
Yeah.
We get back to Q&A, and are we playing Madden tonight?
Yeah, we'll play a game.
You guys hear that? That was.
Well, we are 2v2 right now, so
Steven
it makes
sounds
sense.
Scared.
It's like the championship actually, so it makes a lot of sense to do this.
This is one series of many.
Yeah, but for each series,
look at him stuttering.
Okay, buddy.
Pick and Rick, do I trade Waddle and Gaskin PPR for Woods and Harris? I'd say yeah. I think Woods is more consistent than Waddle, and I think he'll continue to be. And I think it's an upgrade at the running back position. So I'd say yeah. What are you laughing at, Steve?
No, I was just laughing at. I was just excited. I'm giddy for tonight. It's gonna be fun.
Okay, weirdo. All right, who's a better play? MVS, Higgins, Pirine, or Tony? I go
the Tonester.
I go Tony then Higgins. Yeah. Listen, I'm not putting a lot of faith in MVS, man.
No.
I think these receivers are going to struggle against the Cardinals.
He's had his shot before without Adams.
Yeah. And this might be
he's sucked. He has been terrible.
There's two ways this is going to go. Okay. These Packers receivers are going to step up, and some guy we've never heard of is going to ball out that none of us are going to start. Yeah. And Tanyan has a good game. The backs have a good game. Or the Packers just have a bad day overall, right?
I think that's probably
the Packers do this. They do this. Look at them last year.
Mm-hmm.
They have 2 or 3 games where they get shat on.
Yeah.
Right. And then they win every other game.
A lot of poop. Okay?
Right now, they're in that same position. Week 1. What was that?
Okay? That was throwaway.
Now they've won 5 in a row. I could see it being tomorrow night, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know.
Also, a game where just the week has been such a distraction to the team. There's been so many question marks. This is a kind of game I could just see Aaron Rodgers, who already doesn't give a damn, just being like, screw it. Like, screw it.
Short week, you know?
Yeah, yeah. It's tough. It's like the worst situation. I feel terrible for the Packers. I feel terrible for Spencer. I feel terrible for football fans because holy shit, this would have been a sick game.
Yeah, it would have been like the first Thursday night game.
Yeah.
Or one of the best ones. I mean, week 1 was a good game. I don't know if we've had any other good Thursday night football games, but you only get like 3 throughout the season. This is supposed to be one of them. So, yeah, we'll see what happens, but I'm not going to take the gamble on MVS.
No.
And don't get me wrong, he could score, but anyone could score, right?
Yeah.
James Zhao, what's going on, man? Trade Henderson, Monty, Judy, Logan Thomas for CMC and Brandon Cooks. No,
I wouldn't do it.
No, I just want to do it, man. Henderson's been too consistent. I think Judy's going to be as consistent, if not more consistent, as Cooks when he comes back. You're losing tight end depth with Logan Thomas. He's still going to be a top 12 guy when he's healthy. And then the way Montgomery's timeline compared to CMC's timeline is looking, it's not too far off. Is Montgomery as good as CMC? No. Is his value hurt now that we've seen all these other backs shine and Cohen's coming back? Yeah, of course. But I think having the depth of Henderson and Montgomery is going to help you in the long run.
Yeah.
Now, if you're on the opposite side and you're trading CMC and Cooks, then definitely consider that.
Yeah.
The Burrow, Jefferson, Cup, Henry, Gainwell, Schultz, Flex, Q, and Falcons D.
I get away from the Falcons D. I've been hearing buzz about these guys. I get it. Maybe in your leagues they're higher on the projections, but I'm not starting the Falcons D this week. I don't care that they're going against the Panthers, man. Like, there's got to be other options. If there are options, let us know in the chat what are on your waivers. Definitely take a look at that defensive video we put out earlier this week. I mean, are you with me on that? That's the biggest sketchy thing.
I agree. It happens every week, right? It's like, oh, there's not a great offense or an offense that is known for turnovers playing. Let's start the Jets defense against them, right?
It doesn't always work.
Yeah, for me, I'm not a fan of it, right? I mean, I'd rather take a risk on like a good defense or a good defense facing facing a really good offense, right? So that's where I lay with that one.
Reminds me of the Titans-Jets game, right?
Yeah.
It made the board everywhere. Everybody was saying, start the Titans defense. You're going up against Zach Wilson and the Jets. Jets won, right?
Like, I would rather, it's crazy, but I would take a gamble on the Saints this week versus the Bucks because they might at least cause some turnover or a turnover and get like 8 points. Like what are you expecting out of the Falcons defense?
I'm not. Well, they might get a pick or something, but I'm not expecting much there. But I'm definitely not advising to start the Saints against Tom Brady.
Listen to Steven. He is our defensive guy.
But I like.
But you get what I'm saying? That was just
I totally get that. And the Saints next week too, going up against the Falcons next week. It could be a longer term play here, but I think there might be some other options. So definitely let us know in the chat.
You put the Bengals defense in your must-start video, right?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Mike White got the start too. Joe Flacco's not playing. I think that's going to be better for.
Do you have a waiver in for the Bengals defense in our league?
No. I got him.
Them.
I got him on the catch fan, but I'm just going to ride out the Rams here and drop them after this week.
I have the waiver in for them that I might have to cancel. I might have to roll with the Colts versus Tennessee because now I need a receiver. Yeah. Kyle. Hey guys, what's going on, Kyle? Kirk Cousins or Joe Burrow? Steven.
Yeah, Kirk Cousins for me again. I think Kirk Cousins really in a spot here where he could really blow up this week, and that not like a grenade. I think he's going to be good, right? And I get it. We love the Dallas Cowboys. I've recommended people own Cowboys rest of the season, but you mentioned it too, right? They give up a shit ton of air yards, right? So if Kirk Cousins can capitalize on that with Adam Thielen, with Justin Jefferson, with Dalvin Cook, I just think this is a great remedy for a good game here.
I just scrolled down a bit. Jerry, I'm betting $200 on John winning tonight.
You little son of a gun.
He did see last night, so.
Yeah, he didn't see that.
You guys are absolutely killing the chat. I may have already lost some of the top chat, so I apologize, guys. But love it, man. Love to see you guys out here in full force, man. Make sure you guys smashing that like button if you're new here. Make sure you hit that sub button down below, become part of the Catch fam. I have lost some questions tonight, so if you guys don't see your question or hear your question, make sure you guys repeat it. And I do apologize for that, guys. Like I said, we'll be hitting off our segment at 9 p.m. Our must start quarterbacks and tight ends for the week, and then we'll come back to the chat and some Madden for the night as well. But love to see the support, man. I mean, you guys are absolutely killing it tonight, man.
Killing it.
88 beats. Should I trade Gibson for AJ Brown? If you're hurting at receiver and it doesn't leave you empty-handed running back, then I'd say yeah, for sure. LeBron's brain. I would love for Rodgers to run for 100 this week just for the mini highlight reel, even if it takes him 30 attempts. Yeah. And then he'd just be screaming, "I own you."
Yeah.
Pick and Rick. Do I trade Waddle and Gaskin PPR for Woods and Harris? I think we hit that one already.
Do that.
Hit it next. What's going on, my guy? What's up, y'all? I got a question. Should I start Gronk or Uzma?
I lean Gronk on this one, despite what I've been saying, just because I think at this spot you can kind of bank on that Tom's going to look his way, especially with Antonio Brown being down. I think that does help Gronk here this week. Yeah,
I agree with that. It's funny because I had that question in mind when I was, putting together my notes for the must-start tight end. So, interesting play there. Kyle, set my lineup, please, guys. Full PPR, 2 RBs, 2 wide receivers, 1 tight end, 1 flex. D'Ernest Johnson. Damian Williams, Samaje Perine, Henry, Claypool, Godwin, Hopkins, Mooney, Ertz, Cook, Gaseki. Okay. You're definitely starting Derrick Henry, right? Of course. And then this is interesting, right? With Johnson, because it's like, this is a game we're going to learn a lot about what the Browns want to do, right?
Yeah.
We've seen how much of a split Kareem Hunt and Nick Chubb have had throughout the season. Chubb is coming off an injury, so I still think Johnson gets a lot of work.
Yeah.
But he ain't going to get the same type of...
It's a tough D-line.
Yeah, it is. But Alex Collins balled out against them.
He got like 30 touches to do that, but yeah, I guess
I'm having a... Damian Williams is on the Bears, right?
Yeah, dude. He's the Khalil Herbert's backup.
I know. I get Daryl and Damian.
Oh, no. But I'm scared off by Damian right now. I've seen a lot of people drop Damian. He's a little sketchy.
Herbert's the guy. Yeah. I love Pirine, but if there's not garbage time involved.
It's the Jets, man. This is why I lean Pirine. I think, especially coming off how he just cooked the Ravens, I think this is the time you would play him. Right. Okay. I don't think this is an automatic start, but I like that.
Yeah. Okay. I agree. I'll lean Pirine and Henry. And then in terms of those receivers, I'm going Godwin and Hopkins.
Yeah.
Out of those tight ends.
Your boy's in there, but is it the best play?
I think Ertz is probably the best play. You know what? I'm so torn on Ertz, guys, because the matchup doesn't make sense. It doesn't. I mean, I've got him in the notes for the night for the segment, but I've got him as a big old question mark, guys.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what to do here. And I think the matchup is telling us don't do it. Now, Gaseki's got a tough matchup as well. I've got him in the notes as well. And I just got him as big old question mark. Again,
Yeah.
I wanted to bring these guys up because I know a lot of you guys are hurting at the tight end position. But I'll say this much. I mean, Jared Cook's been okay on the season. He's had like one good game. I mean, I've got my 20-man league. So
terrible matchup against the Patriots.
Yeah. Once again, it's an awful matchup. So I think the best ceiling here is Gaseki.
Yeah.
I really do. Because I think this is going to be an interesting game. I don't think that the Dolphins are going to get blown out again like they did the last time that they faced the Bills. I don't think the Dolphins are going to win. Don't get me wrong.
Okay.
But we see this happen a lot where, especially in divisional games, where 1 week early in the season, a team blows out the opposing team. And then we kind of take that into factor the next time they have a fantasy matchup. And that doesn't really happen.
Yeah, I agree with that.
I want to say the way Gaseki is playing right now, I mean, it depended on scoring format. He's like tight end 3 on the year.
I would say stay in the reins with Gaseki here. And just understand that you're going to probably go with the more consistent play and the higher floor, which is the thing that I most look at.
I think he has the best floor.
Yeah,
that's the next
the biggest thing.
It's a tough decision there.
Yeah.
Ertz, I think this week Ertz is 100% touchdown dependent.
Mm-hmm.
And it sucks because, yes, I think Ertz is going to be fine on the season. I think he might be a top 12 tight end. I think he will certainly be a top 15 tight end. He might creep into the top 10. Okay. But I know it's exciting. He's on the new team. He's on this great offense. But you guys got to keep in mind Moore, Hopkins, Kirk,
AJ Green. AJ Green.
I always forget AJ Green.
Yeah.
Connor catches some balls, and of course, Chase Edmonds catches balls. So that's 6 guys. Okay.
And Kyler runs it.
That's Kyler runs it. Okay. Kyler throws it to himself. That's 8 other options. Okay.
Yeah.
And there's probably someone else in there who's been relevant this season that I can't think of. So, and the matchup is just, it's not great.
I just think the game script could lean away from it, right? I think before all these injuries, maybe you see more of a shootout. I think the over-under was like around like mid-50s. Now, like, what is the purpose of the Cardinals throwing it all over the yard, right? I don't know if the Packers are going to be able to keep up with that.
I just got my matchups backwards. Okay. The Cardinals are not the best team in the league against opposing tight ends. Yes, they are. Yes, they are. But that doesn't affect Ertz. That doesn't affect Ertz. But I still think that he is touchdown dependent this week.
Agreed.
Yeah, I just had a total like.
I've had those.
I think I'm having like a mini stroke, guys.
What's in your cup over there? You got a couple brews?
Some water, man. Apparently, I need more. Okay. I still think you lean Gaseki, though. I do. I don't mind Ertz. I've got him in the notes as well tonight. Tanyan's the one who I'm really torn about. Okay. 10 minutes. Oh my gosh. There's no way we are going to get through all of this, man. Look at you guys.
Let's go rapid fire through them.
Who? Take a deep breath. Take a deep breath. Okay, I lost a couple after me going on that giant tangent. Jared, I went to watch the new Halloween movie last night. Wow, what an awful movie. I heard it was bad. But listen, man, I heard it was bad, but it's a way to get into the season, right? The Halloween season, that is.
Dropping $20 for a movie.
Yes, or you can watch it on Peacock. LeBron's brain. What do you think? CMC, Tony for Aaron Jones and Thielen. If you're not hurting at RB outside of Aaron Jones, I would consider this if you're in a winning position. If you're trading away those 2 guys and getting Jones and Thielen and you need to win now, then yes, I think that's fine too.
Yeah, I like that. I like Jones and Thielen regardless.
Jerry, starting McPherson over Q this week.
Going away from Q after that dominant performance, Jerry. Okay. All right. Understandable.
Will Jeff Wilson Jr. replace Eli when he returns and sees a good stash for late in the season? I think he's a fine stash, but it's so hard to give, any type of feedback on this backfield.
Yeah.
I think Mitchell's the guy. But I think when Wilson comes back, he's going to eat into at least some of the red zone carries.
Yeah.
So we'll have to wait and see.
Nobody's the guy here. Nobody's the guy.
Sure, it's too early to give. You just can't predict Kyle Shanahan. Dude, I'm still thinking about that brain fart about the Cardinals defense. Okay, 101 Dozer, Sutton and Judy or T. Higgins for one of them. I think I'd lean having both Sutton and Judy. Ooh, but it's tough starting two guys on the same team in the same week.
You can't do that unless you're like on a very select few teams. I wouldn't mind holding on to these guys for right now to see who the big dog is out of these two, who kind of eats its way to the top. And I really think it's going to be Courtland Sutton, but we shall see, right?
How dare you say that?
I'm just saying, follow the targets. Follow the targets.
Teddy Bridgewater likes them. I mean, if you're getting T. Higgins for one of them, I think that's fine, right? It helps you diversify, your teams, right? So I think that's fine. Maybe trade Judy because he's been banged up. Oh gosh, that hurt to say. Jerry, I'm also starting Osborne and Collins over Seals, Jones, and Cox for my two flex options. I don't hate that.
Yep, I don't hate that move.
Mr. Matt J. Kim, Jackson, Burrow, Diggs, Williams. That took me a second. Moore, Brown, Robinson, Taylor, Swift, Hunt, Dillon, Kittle, Ertz, and a 10-man. How can I make it better? Do you need to make this team better? Are you in a losing position right now? I mean, I know it's a little different in a 10-man league, but that is a great team. I mean, get rid of Allen Robinson. Replace him.
Yeah, Robinson could be cut even in a 10-man league at this point. I always think there's room to improve your running backs, and I definitely think you might be in that spot there with Hunt being down for who knows how long, and then you got to handcuff A.J. Dillon. I'd be looking to maybe sell off a Kittle, maybe package him with Allen Robinson, try to dupe somebody, and I don't know if there's somebody else in there too. See if you can get yourself another running back there. Because having three running backs, your team's going to be literally stacked.
I agree. But definitely get rid of Robinson too. Aaron Reborn, you're going to whoop me this week. Is that me? Do I play you? I will say, guys, in the Catch Fam League, you guys have different names than your YouTube names.
It's difficult.
Some weeks I get a little confused. But
it's definitely not me. I'm projected to lose, so it's not me.
Oh, I think it might be me.
I'm playing Mark.
Shout out Mark. I hope Mark beats you. Mark's next on the question mark. Thoughts on Conklin? Yeah, I think Conklin's a good play this week. I do.
You giving advice to my opponent now?
Yeah, I think he's one of the better streaming options this week. Kyle, thumbs up, guys. Appreciate that. Spencer. That was the final piece I wanted. 5 targets for Goddard. Shout out Spencer. Sorry, guys, if I missed. Like I said, we're way behind on the chat, guys. So if I missed some of your guys' opening chats, questions, we'll get to them throughout the night. I apologize, guys. Wild Prodigy, what's going on, man? Gainwell or Moss? This week I'm leaning Gainwell. On the season, I'm leaning Moss, but this week Gainwell.
Yep, I agree.
Just young AJ Brown, Deontay, or Mixon in full PPR need 2. Ooh, full PPR. Maybe you lean AJ Brown and Deontay here.
No, Mixon AJB.
Okay.
Yeah.
I thought you loved Deontay Johnson.
I'm obsessed with Deontay Johnson, but I think Joe Mixon's like one of the best running backs in all of football. I can't go away from him.
Steven and his Joe Mixon obsession, man.
Dude, I was so obsessed with him even before the year. I just didn't draft him because I'm an idiot.
Yeah. Justin Young, Devonta Smith or Kirk at the flex and full PPR. I lean Kirk personally.
Man, I want to say Devonta Smith because of the matchup, but yeah, just go Kirk.
LeBron's brain. Okay, last trade question. Aaron Jones, Thielen, and Marquise Brown for CMC, Emmanuel Sanders, Tony, and Hawkinson just brainstorming. It depends on the overall roster, but
I just don't want to get rid of Marquise Brown, Jones, or Thielen independent of what your team is, right? Like those are 3 guys that I would not be looking to sell off of, especially for CMC.
Sure.
So many question marks on that guy. Hawkinson's banged up. Tony's banged up. You're getting an injured squad in return for that.
I agree. I think you hold on to those 3 players.
Yeah.
That's a tough one, though.
Yeah.
Jerry, I'm betting $200 on John winning.
Oh, you said to repeat that one, huh? You said it.
Just wanted to read that one again. Spencer, Randall Cobb is scoring a TD. A-Rod loves Cobb. Packers D will struggle against Kyler. Running QB is Packers Crypto Knight. Kyler will go off this game. Your local Packer expert. Thank you, Spence. We trust you as a true tree head.
Only thing I don't know if I necessarily
head.
35-28 by Spence there. That's the predicted score. But a lot of faith in your boys in Green Bay putting up those points. I will say I'm concerned about that many points, but man, I love the analysis on Randall Cobb and everybody else.
Aaron Jones will see a lot of targets out of the backfield this week. I agree with that for sure.
Spencer, I'm going to be thinking about you tomorrow. I'm going to be thinking about you. That's going to be tough.
I don't know if that's a good thing, Spencer. Aaron Reborn, 20 people watching and only 11 likes. Everybody like the stream and turn on post notifications for some fire streams. Appreciate that, Aaron.
Thank you, Aaron.
Shout out to Aaron Reborn. And go check out Aaron Reborn's channel too. He's got some sweet gaming vids as well. Chase Brown wasn't able to get Tanyan to replace Ertz. I think you can still play Ertz this week. Jared Cook, Cox, and Conklin are available. I would lean Cox or Conklin out of those guys. Oz, Trevor Lawrence, or Aaron Rodgers this week. Wow,
Rodgers.
I think you still lean Rodgers as well.
There's still a line at which point you can't drop below.
Oz, Chuba, Zach Moss, Cordero Patterson, and James Conner sit 2. I think you sit Zach Moss and Chuba. Call me crazy. Chase Brown, start 3 full PPR. Zeke, Hubbard, Herbert, Darrell Williams, Gainwell. Zeke for sure, of course. Herbert and Gainwell.
Yeah.
Spencer says you're starting Aaron Rodgers no matter what.
Yep.
Only fantasy viable option on Jags is J-Rob. Shout out J-Rob. Maybe Marvin Jones to some degree, but definitely my guy J-Rob.
Yeah, J-Rob.
Chenault Jr. or Gallop at flex if he plays. I think you lean Chenault. Excuse me. I was going to say Chenault or Devonta. I think you give Gallop a week to kind of get back into things, like Steven's been alluding to. But guys, don't forget about Chenault Jr. if he got dropped in your leagues. He's
Mr. Drops, though. Mr. Drops. He's got a case of the drops.
Sure, but I think he's a fine flex option if you're hurting this week.
I lean Devonta, but I think those are definitely the two guys that you go with. But I understand it.
I think Devonta is probably the best option too. Okay, we're gonna get through about 1 or 2 more questions, and we're gonna hop into our must-start tight ends and our must-start quarterbacks for the week, and then we will be back in the chat. You guys are obliterating it tonight. You guys are absolutely killing it. So shout out to you guys, and I do apologize if we did not get to your question. Stick around, hang out during the segment, keep the live chat going during the segment, guys. Talk about your reactions, any questions, and everything you guys want to get to, and then we'll hop back into the chat right after the segment. But I do apologize, guys, if we didn't get to your question. You guys are coming through heavy tonight. Love it.
Love that.
Yo, 193. Bears or Eagles defense this week? What do you think, Steve?
Oh, wow. Man, that's tough. Bears.
You sound very confident.
Not much conviction there.
Yeah,
let me know what other defenses are available, but yeah, I don't know. That's tough. I just think DeAndre
Bears
Swift's
have had better games this week.
They're better defense, and they're better defense. And I think Swift he's got a great opportunity to rip this Eagles defense apart.
Chase Brown have Zeke and Hubbard. Sorry, lost my spot. And RB's 1 and 2, then replace Darrell for Herbert. That's fine.
Yeah, like that.
Yeah, that's I'm fine with that too. Thomas, hey guys, I need a wide receiver and a flex. McLaurin, Pittman, Sutton, Corey Davis again. Will half PPR. Ooh, that's a little tough. I think your flex, you lean Gainwell, though. Then I think it's between McLaurin and Pittman. I want to say Pittman. I'm kind of high on Pittman right now, but I don't think you can bench Scary Terry. He's got the higher ceiling, so I think you go Scary Terry, Gainwell. Especially being that's half PPR. Gainwell's probably got a better red zone opportunity than Pittman. Did find the end zone last week, but he's only had 2 touchdowns this year.
Yeah, he hasn't seen a whole lot.
If not, it's 3. But all All right, guys, 9 p.m. We are hopping into the must start segments for the week. Like I said, I do apologize if we did not get to your questions quite yet, but we will get back to the chat right after these segments. So you guys keep the live chat going, man. Let us know what you think of this segment while we're going through it. I will go ahead and kick things off. Like I said, this is a strange week for the tight ends, man. Travis Kelce got a great matchup. Noah Fant got a great matchup. Kyle Pitts got a good matchup. You're starting those guys. Higbee's got a great matchup versus Houston. Love him this week. Hawkinson's got a good matchup. If he's healthy, you're playing him. So a lot of your top guys have great matchups, but guess who's missing from the top guys? Of course, Darren Waller, Mark Andrews will not be out there this week. So that's where I tried to dig a little bit this week. A lot of the guys that I was digging on, and maybe guys who weren't too confident in the past couple of weeks, you're now probably pretty confident in, right?
Mm-hmm.
Mike Gaseki, Dalton Schultz, Zach Ertz, all showing up in the past couple of weeks, right? Hunter Henry, right? And that's a great way to start the segment because that is my must start tight end here in week 8 is Hunter Henry, the New England Patriots. Now, if you play full PPR, then in the last 4 weeks, Hunter Henry has had at least 10 points in every single matchup. Okay. If you play half PPR, he's had at least 9 points, right? And if you play standard, he's got in the end zone in 4 consecutive weeks. That's craziness, guys. It's beautiful. Okay. He's
Craziness.
Okay, there you go. He's ranked around tight end 10, tight end 11, depending on scoring format on the season, right? The Los Angeles Chargers are the 31st worst team in the league against opposing tight ends. He's been in the segments the past, 3 weeks now? Okay. He's made the most out of these bad matchups versus Houston, 16 points, right? The week before that against Tampa Bay, 11 points. And then the last 2 weeks, at least 9 points, 10 points, depending on scoring format against Dallas and the New York Jets. So all of those teams rated at the 21 spot or worse against opposing tight ends. Okay. So this is the worst team he's faced in the last in comparison to the last 4 weeks, right? Actually, in the entire season, this is the worst team he's faced in terms of defenses against opposing tight ends. So, listen, can we have a fluke game where Hunter Henry just isn't involved because the Patriots are playing so well? I don't think so because the Chargers are pretty damn good. So, I like Hunter Henry this week. It looks like him and Mac Jones have a great chemistry. Is he going to rack up a ton of receiving yards? Probably not. But if he does, then all the better because I have a strong feeling he finds the end zone again in week 8.
Yeah, I like this play here. I think we even talked about him last night or the night before that Hunter Henry's a good play here for sure.
For sure. You heard it here by Steven. When Steven says for sure, I mean, it's for sure.
I don't say it about much.
Going back to my mini stroke earlier, Zach Ertz. Okay. I was battling a lot with my notes for tonight about should we start Zach Ertz or not? Okay. I do like Zach Ertz this week. Okay. And we'll get to Tanya next. Tanya's my next guy that I want to talk about as well. Okay. I do like Zach Ertz in this matchup out of the 2 tight ends. I'm leaning Zach Ertz this week. Okay. Let's see here. So Green Bay is a 17th ranked team against opposing tight ends on the season. It's not good, but it's definitely not bad. Okay. It's not nearly where we're going to, we talk about Tanya and where he's looking at, right? So in Ertz's first game with the Cardinals, he had 5 targets, 3 receptions, 66 receiving yards, and a touchdown. But don't forget, he also had that weird play where he was down at the 1-yard line. Okay. Now, there's a lot to pick apart here because Houston Texans are the 30th worst team against opposing tight ends. And so maybe that's something to do with his performance last week. You could potentially, read into that, right? But nonetheless, it's his first week with an amazing offense, an amazing quarterback, and an absolutely stud-filled roster on the offense as well. And he showed out, right? So I think there's plenty of reason to have confidence in Zach Ertz. And yeah, I'm sold on it. I think he's a good start. Last week I battled with Zach Ertz as well, if you guys don't recall. And he had a good week. So I'm sticking with Zach Ertz. I think you start him here in week 8.
Yeah, Zach Ertz is going to be a guy that he could potentially goose egg you on a given week, right? Just because of all the mouths to feed, but he could also be 1 to 2 touchdowns, right? Just like that, you win your week because your tight end balled out when it wasn't expected. I think you got to stay with Zach Ertz because he is just always going to be in a position to be wide open in relative comparison to the other options because I'd rather have Zach Ertz be who the guy gets the ball is as a defense than DeAndre Hopkins or Rondale Moore, Christian Kirk, right? Like that is the way to win the game, is to let Zach Ertz have a good game. So that's the argument for him as well.
Okay. Sorry, I'm still deep in thought over here. Okay. I do want to bring up Robert Tonyan. Okay. I don't think he's a must start for me this week, but I want to talk about him just a bit. I think he is 1000% touchdown dependent. Okay. In games this year where he does not have a touchdown, he has had 2 or less points in every single game. Okay. He has not garnered more than 3 targets. He's only garnered more than 3 targets 3 times on the season, including week 1 where he only had 4 targets. Okay. I'm going really back and forth on this one because, of course, we know the Packers receivers are down due to COVID, right? Allen Lazard's out, Devonta Adams is out. So naturally, yes, the targets should be there. And that means, in turn, theoretically, a touchdown should be there as well. In the past, last season, right? This was Aaron Rodgers' best friend in the red zone outside of Devonta Adams. He's coming off his best game of the season, but it was against the Washington football team. We have one of the worst secondaries in the entire league and are the 20th ranked team against opposing tight ends in the league. Now he's got the Arizona Cardinals on a short week, who are the best team in the league against opposing tight ends. And we know that the Packers are coming in this a little empty-handed. So I just don't think there's any in between here. I'm just putting out caution. I think he either has 2 points or less, like he's done 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times on the season, or he has between 12 and 14 points, which he's done just twice on the season in those 2 games where he scored a touchdown. So let me know in the live chat, how do you guys feel about Robert Tonyan? Because only other aspect here is that sometimes on these short weeks, the defense doesn't show up.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just completely torn here. I got a lot of caution out there for you guys going out and snagging Tonyan, who's probably available in your leagues, and making him your starter for the week, including my opponent in our personal league, Ben. And I gave Ben fair warning. He texted me, said, I think I got a plan for my tight ends. I said, here's my analysis. Not that he needs my analysis.
He's not going to listen to you. He's going up against you.
No, I just said, hey, man, Cardinals are the best defense in the league, and he's got against opposing tight ends, and he's got the Cardinals defense starting. So he was like,
I mean, let's just say if all these injury designations didn't come up because of COVID, this would have never been a question. Tonyan would have been out of your lineups, right?
Exactly.
If you are going to get in Tonyan, I'm imagining you're in a 12-team plus league and you are hurting a tight end this week. And that's why I think he's worth it, right? But yeah, I don't think he garners a must-start type of designation. I just think he's a guy that very easily could start seeing the work due to the lack of other options. And just like Spencer said as well, I think I am very high on Randall Cobb just because of his chemistry with Aaron Rodgers is exactly why he was brought into this offense. So it's really Cobb and Tonyan in the red zone and really Cobb and Tonyan all the way down the field.
Absolutely. And you know, it's kind of a weird point in the segment because I was getting so pumped up about tight ends that we should start, but I had him right next to Ertz just because it's the same matchup. And now we got another. I just hit my light there. We got another connection to Zach Ertz here with Dallas Goddard. Okay. And yeah, I mean, let me know in the chat what you guys feel about Robert Tonyan because I'm interested to see. Okay. Dallas Goddard, even with missing a game on the season, right, is still within the top 15 tight ends. Okay. 5 targets last week, 3 receptions, 70 receiving yards, and no red zone targets. Okay. So all we need here is the red zone targets, right? But nonetheless, man, Detroit isn't a great matchup. They're 13th against opposing tight ends, but this is just one of those games where I just have one of those feelings, right? 2 bad teams, 2 teams who have played okay at times in the season and have also played really bad at times season. I just see points here, and I think it's a good start. Really, I don't have a lot to go with this one, but I think you start Goddard this week, especially if you're hurting that tight end. You got Waller or Andrews out.
I love Dallas Goddard. Starting him this week in our personal league, and I've got a ton of confidence in him. I've got more confidence in him than a lot of other options I have in my squad, and a lot of it has to do with the matchup. But this guy is very good. I mean, he's one of the more talented tight ends in all of football, and he also garners the target share, right? Which you can't say for a lot of those guys at that given position. So I think Dallas Goddard, you have to play him this week. And we heard some negative comments about him. Maybe he didn't absolutely ball out last week, but
Yeah.
10 points was good enough for me in a half PPR. And I think the ceiling is way higher than that this week against Detroit, where they've got a 48.5 point over under. This could be a shootout, man. I was talking shit about the defense of Philly that I couldn't give them a full endorsement, but I damn sure can't give an endorsement to Detroit Lions either. So this could be a running gun type of situation for the entire game.
So last week, Tyler Higbee of the LA Rams squared off against the Detroit Lions defense. He had 8 targets, his most targets on the entire season, 5 receptions for 46 receiving yards, and 3 red zone targets. In the last 2 weeks alone, he has had 6 red zone targets. If we could just get our guy, Tyler Higbee, to catch a touchdown pass, some of these stat lines would be amazing. He's actually had one of the more difficult schedules on the season for tight ends overall in fantasy, right? His worst performance coming against the Colts with 1.3 points, which he should have played much better in that game. Only 1 target, though, and he caught it, right? His best performance coming against the Buccaneers in week 3, who are the worst team he's faced all season long, until this week in week 8, where he faces the Houston Texans. And look, man, I look for him to garner at least 5 to 6 targets in this game, and I look for those red zone targets to also be there. We know that D-Tendies has been, eaten up those red zone opportunities at the goal line. We know that Cooper Kupp is a monster in the red zone, but I'm telling you guys, okay, look at this: 2 touchdowns on the season. He has had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 9, 10, 11, 12 red zone targets on the season. That's a lot of red zone targets. I like him this week. I think this is a week where he finds the end zone.
Yeah, the must start designation you put on him last week was worth cause because he had a good game in terms of target share, in terms of red zone looks. Can't go away from the logic. Play it here as well. Good matchup against that Houston Texans team. Matt Stafford's an automatic play as well. So yeah, I think there's a good chance he balls out.
Absolutely. All right, so we're getting a little nitty gritty here. Okay, I've got one more guy I want to bring up. Okay, Mike Gaseki, right? You guys know I love my guy, Mike G. Okay. Like, I actually love Mike Gaseki. I don't love him as much as I love Dawson Knox, but I really love Mike Gaseki. Okay. Depending on scoring format, he's tight end 3 right now. Okay. This is the Mike Gaseki I begged you guys to draft in the offseason, preseason. Go back if you guys are really bored and you're really sad and lonely. Go back. One of the first videos I did on this channel was about tight ends to draft after that tier 1 of tight ends was gone. It probably has like 4 views, but regardless, okay. Mike Gaseki was like the guy I was just harping on in this video. Like, he is going to have a great year. And listen, week 1 was awful. Week 2, the last time he faced Buffalo, was pretty bad. It wasn't awful if you play full PPR, but it was pretty bad. Okay. Nonetheless, man, I know it's a bad matchup. I know a lot of you guys are hurting at tight end. I know that you might not feel fully confident in this start. And I don't think he sees 18 points like he did last week. I don't think he sees necessarily 15 points like he did 2 weeks ago. But listen, man, I got a good feeling about my guy, Mike Gaseki. Okay. Look, like my personal roster in mine Stevens League, I got Dalton Schultz and I got Mike Gaseki. Neither of them are great starts. Okay. When we're looking at how both of these opposing teams line up against opposing tight ends, right? And the Minnesota Vikings are the 10th best team. And they've been pretty stingy lately, right? And that's why you guys aren't going to see Dalton Schultz on the list tonight. But he's another guy who I'm torn about, right? Mike Gaseki going up against the Bills, they're the 8th best team, so it's not that far apart. For whatever reason, I'm leaning towards Mike Gaseki. Okay, once again, this is not necessarily a must start. This is just a guy that I want to talk about tonight that I don't feel crazy about, but I don't want you guys to replace him with like a Tyler Conklin or CJ Uzma chasing, points and matchups and things, because I still think as of now, Mike Gaseki is one of the most vocal, most important parts of this offense. So for me, I ain't going away from my guy, Mike G, here in week 8.
Yeah, I mean, even if it's an absolute crap fest of a game, there's going to be a lot of passes. That is one thing you can bank on with this Miami offense. So I look to him to have a pretty solid game. I'm not seeing some crazy high ceiling like you were just saying, but
Right.
I could imagine that somebody might cut a guy like Gaseki because of this matchup. He's just not paying attention to his league the right way. So don't cut him. I wouldn't even go out and spend waiver priorities on getting a guy like any sort of other tight end to replace Gaseki. I would just stay with your guy this week. He's gotten you this far. Don't let him down. Don't put him on your bench. Keep him
Don't
in.
let Mike Gaseki down, guys. All right. This one's for Steven. Mo Alley Cox, man. This is actually a tough matchup, but this is a guy I wanted to bring up, okay? Especially in half PPR, especially in standard leagues. Last 4 weeks, 4 touchdowns, okay? In the game that he did not score a touchdown, he had 50 receiving yards against the Ravens. And if I'm not mistaken here, okay, I am mistaken. He had no red zone targets that night. So that's Carson Wentz's fault. It's not Mo Alley Cox's fault. If he had red zone targets that night, he would have absolutely had a touchdown. I don't know if you guys have been watching these Colts games, okay?
Carson Wentz is nice.
Okay, that's not the point I was making. But Mo Alley Cox is a beast, man.
Yes, he
is. This is a big, physical tight end. He is a perfect red zone nightmare. Carson Wentz, absolutely trust him. I got a strange feeling that we're not going to see the good side of the Titans or the good side of the Colts defensively on Sunday. I have a feeling that we're going to see 2 teams hungry for a divisional win and a lot of points put up. Maybe not a crazy astronomical amount of points, but 24, 32 point range game, right? And I got a good feeling about Mo Alley Cox. Listen, man, like I said, Carson Wentz trusts him. Carson Wentz trusts someone. You should trust him in your fantasy lineup, right? So Mo Alley Cox on the list for me this week.
2 secondaries that are beat up and have really not been doing too great on the season anyways, as well as one of the highest over-unders predicted from Vegas at 50.5 points, right? So I see what you're saying right there with the implied a lot of touchdowns. I think my biggest concern with him is just because of the touchdown dependency and T.Y. Hilton coming back too. Obviously got Pittman there. So we'll see, right? But with that said too, I mean, Carson Wentz, trust him. He goes to the tight end throughout his entire career. And this Colts offense loves Mo Alley Cox, right? This doesn't just date back this whole season. This is last year too, right? We have always tried to find ways to use him because, dude, just imagine if Mo Alley Cox was a part of a different team that threw the ball more. This guy could be absolutely killing it as a fantasy player. So I love it. I love his play. I think you can do it. If he's on your waivers and you need a big performance from a guy like a tight end, this is the exact guy to do it because he gets those touchdowns.
All right, a couple guys to sprinkle in here. Not going to really break them down, but if you're hurting and none of those other guys are available, we just talked about. Okay, Dan Arnold at Seattle, decent start this week. Uzma at the Jets, also decent start. Ricky Seals-Jones at Denver, pretty good start. Conklin at Dallas, pretty good start as well. Johnny Smith had a really big game last week, as did our guy Hunter Henry, my must-start tight end of the week. And keep in mind, the Chargers team is second to last in the league against posting tight ends. So if you're really hurting, it's really thin out there, I don't mind Johnny Smith. Evan Engram as well versus Kansas City, I think is worth a gamble if you're really, really hurting. It also depends on Tony, Shepard, Galladay, how many of them are out there, right? But he could be a play. And then if absolute desperate plays would probably be Cole Kmet versus San Francisco, or maybe Pat Freiermuth against the Browns this week. So there you have it. Tight end segment, must start tight end segments for week 8 of your 2021 fantasy football season. That's a wrap.
Absolutely. All right, let's jump into this must-start quarterback so that we can get back to the chat because I see you guys jumping in there. Spencer, peace out. See that you're rocking out. Enjoy your poker. Hopefully you get some money out of that. All right, so let's jump into this must-start little questionnaire. So obviously you got you guys like Josh Allen. He's an absolute start. Patrick Mahomes, you're going to start him. Kyler Murray's probably going to have a good game as well against that Green Bay Packers defense. But let's talk about these other guys, right, that are outside of the top 5. Matthew Stafford. This is now the 3rd time in a row he has been my must-start number 1 quarterback. And a large portion of that is he is, on the last 4 weeks, he is now the 6th best quarterback on the season. And in the last 2 weeks, he is the number 1 quarterback, right? This guy has been absolutely lighting it up. 27, 25, 16, 19, and 29 are his last performances leading up into this game. He's going up against Houston. I see the biggest downside of this being that There is a low over under predicted here, 47.5, and a lot of that has to do with I don't see where the Texans put up any points. So this is a game script that potentially is going to lean in favor of Darrell Henderson. Maybe Sony Michel gets some sprinkled touches. I don't know if there's going to be a ton of work Matt Stafford needs to do, but even if he plays a half worth of really pushing the ball down the field or 3/4, you've got tons of opportunities because what did we see with Cooper Kupp? He can just score anytime he touches the football. And then he's got Higbee, he's got Woods. We all know about all the options there. This guy has just been dominant, man. 41 passes last week against Detroit. I mean, dude, he's seeing a high usage, right? I just love it. There's nothing for me that's really pushing this off outside of what my thoughts are on what the game script will be, right? But we also thought that was going to be the case last week going up against Detroit, and we were wrong. So can't always bank on that.
My only note on Matt Stafford before the Week 11 bye, he's got Houston, Tennessee, and San Francisco. They're all 22nd in the league or worse against opposing quarterbacks.
Yeah.
So he's basically a must start the next 3 weeks.
Massive reason for why we also love Darrell Henderson the rest of the season and why we've been urging you guys to either trade for him or not trade off of him.
Right.
Next guy up on the list, already been talking about him a little bit. This is a guy who I think could easily be a top 5 quarterback this week. Kirk Cousins, Captain Kirk, back off a bye week. Man, this is the perfect game for Kirk Cousins. He had 48 passes before the bye week against Carolina. This is where he has those big fantasy performances, right? Whenever there's a very close competitive game, when I look back in the earlier part of the season, right, they had a close game against Cincinnati. He put up 22. That's all right, right? Next week after that, obviously he had that nail biter against Arizona where he had 25.5. Seattle, another pretty good game, pretty close, 25 points. And then that's week 6 game right before the bye week. He had 28 points against Carolina, and which was a surprisingly close game. So I think the game script is definitely in his favor. But this Vikings-Cowboys game, man, both of those kickers were on the must-start video list because I think there's a shit ton of points all over the board on this game. It's going to be a very exciting game. I love this. Highest over-under predicted right now, 55 points, and I could see that hitting the over, right? I could easily see that hitting the over. And I love the defense of the Cowboys, but this is just a situation here where I think Kirk Cousins is going to get his pickings of where he puts the ball.
Yeah. I love this start. Coming off his best game of the season for the bye week. And this is the second best matchup he's had all season long. Yeah. So I love this start. Absolutely.
Yeah. Another guy who is having a great season and is coming off his best game of the season so far, Mr. Joe Burrow, everybody, the LSU star. We were very concerned about him coming into the season. We were like, is he going to come back? What's up? Didn't start off hot. And we were like, oh, shoot, this is not looking good. Maybe they shouldn't have drafted a receiver in the first round. Man, Jamar Chase, Joe Burrow, their connection, it is looking one of just the best in all of football, if not the best, right? 38 passes last week, 23 completions, 416 yards. They blew out the Ravens. Tremendous game. It's a statement game by Joe Burrow. One of the best, I would say the best game in his young career. A lot more to come in the future. But I think going up against the Jets, the matchup is there, right, for sure. Even though they're the 10th best against quarterbacks, apparently, right? I think a large portion of that is just because people run it on them late because they're already up. Potentially that could be the case again here too, right? Similar scenario that I spoke about when talking about Matt Stafford. That's my biggest concern. That's why I endorsed Joe Mixon with so much confidence because I think he's going to get a shit ton of work. I think Samaje Perine is going to get a ton of work. But, man, we've been talking about Uzma, who is, obviously on the top of mind of all you guys. T. Higgins is out there. Boyd, freaking obviously Jamar Chase, right? So I just think with all these mouths to feed, I still think at the very worst scenario, I don't see how Joe Burrow has under 20 points. Maybe even 18 to 20, right? That's like the bottom, right? I think he's just got a great chance to come out here and ball again against this New York Jets football team.
Yeah, I love this start. And it's weird because the Jets are like the 10th best team against opposing quarterbacks. But we've kind of talked about this with the receivers, right? They just they've had a lot of teams beat them, and a lot of teams don't have to put up a lot of points, right? Their defenses have showed up against Zach Wilson. So I completely agree. I love this start, man. I like Joe Burrow the rest of the season, man. I mean, he's like –
I do too.
He's a top 10 quarterback right now. Yeah,
he is. And he deserves it too, out of all those guys, right? I was happy for Joe Burrow. This is a guy with a big chip on his shoulder, even though he was such a highly sought after player coming out of college. But it's a guy who was offered a third string role at Alabama, right? And he said, "You must not know who I am yet." And he gladly turned that down. But going on to the next guy here, another guy with a big chip on his shoulder coming off of that injury last season, Mr. Dak Prescott, who has another potential scary little injury right here with that calf, right? That's kind of the biggest question mark for me, right? About putting him in the must start list. And I was very close, right? I was like, damn, do I not include this guy? Because everything that I just said for Kirk Cousins is right there for Dak Prescott, but even more because I think Dak Prescott is leaps and bounds a better quarterback than Kirk Cousins skill wise. And I love CeeDee Lamb. I love Amari Cooper. I love Dalton Schultz, obviously. Got Zeke coming out of the backfield. I mean, I can list them all out, but I mean, it's the same argument. Both these guys are going to have great performances in my mind. The only negative here with him and why I had him lower than Kirk Cousins is just that does this injury nag him enough to make them want to run the ball more? That wasn't enough to me to keep him off. I think this is a great play here. This is a guy who had 26, 20, 27 the past 3 weeks. He's looking like he's really hitting his stride, and that's coinciding with CeeDee Lamb really hitting his stride, getting in his bag. And I don't think those are coincidences. I just think the fact that CeeDee Lamb is now being involved so much has really opened up this offense. Gallop, obviously, he may be coming back as well, right? So Dak Prescott, man, I think you can definitely start him and had a whole bye week to not only rest, but also to get ready for this game.
Yeah, and you basically hit on my main point there is like he's only got one game on the entire season where he had less than 20 points.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're worried about the matchup, because it's a decent matchup, in terms of the defense facing him, right? I mean, New England is number 8 against opposing quarterbacks. Well, New England's number 7, which they saw before the bye week, and he put up his third best performance of the season with 26.8 points. So I agree with you. I love this pick. I think it's going to be a bit of a shootout here. I think both these teams are going to try and stay competitive. So I love the pick.
Let me ask you this, John. Have you loved the pick so far today? Let me ask you this. I got to preface this next guy before I do that. Have you liked these guys that I've said?
I have.
Do you trust me?
Yeah.
Carson Wentz is up next.
Go, Carson.
Now, I know you have a little inside here, right? Because aren't you taking the shot with my guy Carson Wentz this week?
Yeah, I am. I'm starting him in our league, yeah.
So that's confidence, right? Well, hey, brother, take a look at his stats, right? 2 touchdowns in now the last, what is that, 4 games, right? Hasn't had a pick since week 2. I get it, guys. It is fun, right? It is fun to talk shit about Carson Wentz. As a Colts fan, I have done it more than maybe anyone outside of an Eagles fan, right? Yeah. But when I look at those opening weeks, the difficult schedule the Colts had, and how Carson Wentz was able to handle himself with the injuries, he played good. And now he's playing really good football. 20 points last week at San Francisco in like god-awful weather. I mean, that weather is wrecking the West Coast right now. And he absolutely came out there and balled out, dude. Week before that, he had 17, and the week before that, he had 22 against Baltimore, right? So this is a guy who wakes up for those hard games too. I think Tennessee, obviously 27th worst defense against quarterbacks. So the matchup is beautiful. We talked about how this is such a high over under, right? This is a game that could get to be a lights out type of performance, right? And it's scary because I'm going to also bring up next, not to step too much on his toes, but Ryan Tannehill is going to make this list too, right? And I think it's kind of crazy that I'm talking about both these guys because then you look at the running backs and it's got, Derrick Henry and you got Jonathan Stewart, and you get Jonathan Taylor, not John Stewart. But you talk about that and it's like, yeah, but I just think that this game script's going to go into a passing direction because these secondaries are just beat to shit right now, right? So I don't know, man. I want to get your take on this, obviously, but I'm really into Carson Wentz right now.
I like the pick, man, and I'm trusting him this week. I'm trusting your pick. I mean, got Lamar on bye week. I love the matchup. His worst game this season has been against Tennessee, but that's what game he got injured, right?
2 twisted ankles. Yeah.
So, or he played with 2 twisted ankles. He got injured against the Rams, right? Did he get banged up again against the Titans though?
Yeah, he did because he had those twisted ankles, and then I think he just got even more jacked up. But I mean, dude, like that's the kind of resiliency this guy has.
Sure. Yeah, I'm trusting him this week. I like the matchup. Out of a lot of the streamers out there for the week, if you guys have Derek Carr or Lamar Jackson as your starter, I think he's got one of the better matchups. Okay.
Mhm.
I mean, I'm seeing people pick up Mac Jones, for example, because he had his best game of the season. Well, one
Because
of his
people
best
hate
games.
Carson Wentz.
Yes, he did have his best game of the season, but he's going up against the Chargers. Like, it's an awful matchup. Now, I mean, I think like Matt Ryan is maybe someone to think about. Uh, I'm going on a whole tangent here, but nonetheless, yeah, I think Carson Wentz has the best matchup out of a lot of these guys you might be thinking about streaming um, this week. That is, and I got a good feeling about my guy Carson. I'll put it that
Mhm.
way. Yeah,
Yeah, and so the other guy in this matchup on the opposite end that I said I was also going to be including as a must start, right? These next two guys, which is going to include Ryan Tannehill to start this off, this is the deep sleepers, right? This is like the more of a shot taker, right? And the reason that for that is like, dude, like Tannehill had a good matchup last week too, right?
yeah,
19 points, didn't even hit 20 yet. And he had a rushing touchdown and a passing touchdown. Tannehill's just not really doing it, right? But I think you can still start him against Indianapolis, and he might have one of his better games. He does look like he might be trending in a positive direction here. Tennessee seems to really be getting their footing, and we think this is going to be a high-scoring game. So I think you can put him in there, and I would totally understand if you like Tannehill more than Wentz. That's kind of why I put them right next to each other as well, because I feel like people are scared off by Carson and they feel a little bit more confident with a guy like Tannehill. So at least you get to take advantage of this matchup, which I think is going to be good for the quarterback position. But
yeah.
let me talk about the next guy on the list, Mr. Danny D, Mr. Wildcard Man himself. Danny Dimes is the last guy on the list for the must starts. Going up against Kansas City, the matchup is probably the biggest reason for why he makes this list. But outside of that, too, he's also now becoming everything of this Giants team until Saquon comes back. And this receiving core can also get back fully rested, too. So I think, Danny Dimes, regardless of how this game plays out, I actually think it's going to probably be closer than maybe people are expecting because this Kansas City
Sure.
team is pretty bad so far this year. I think Danny Dimes is going to be there. He's going to take advantage. One thing about Danny Dimes that he's been doing this year is he has not been having a whole lot of turnovers outside of that one game where he had 3 picks against the LA Rams. That was a really gross game, but that was it. That was the only game he looked bad.
Yeah.
Outside of that, he's been very efficient with the ball. And this is not that defense, right? This, in fact, is the 31st worst defense against fantasy football quarterbacks. So I think Danny Dimes can come out here and he's not going to absolutely kill you.
He had one interception against the Saints. I just want to correct you.
He's going to throw that out there? Yeah.
I thought what you're going to bring up, the most important thing that he's done as of late is catching one-handed receptions for 16 yards. Like,
catch, dude. That was
did you see? I saw a meme. It was like Giants' greatest catches of all times, and it was Tyreek Hill's helmet catch,
Mario
and then
Manning,
Odell's catch, and then it was 2 different shots of Daniel Jones catching that pass. It was funny.
That's hilarious.
I love this pick, man. I think the matchup is great.
Mhm.
I think it's a little ballsy, right? We're getting away from Danny Dimes, where this first 3 or 4 weeks we were all about him, man. I think he comes back this week, man. And I said that like the last 2 weeks about Sam Darnold, and he's played his worst football of all time or whatever. But hey, Danny Dimes ain't no Sam Darnold, right? Danny Dimes got a real nickname. We don't just get to call him Sammy D because we can't think of anything else. I love the pick, and yeah, I think this is an interesting game because the Chiefs are going to have to stay in this game. They're going to have to put up points. They need to win this game. I think the Giants offense is good enough that they can stay in this game. So yeah, I think the game script is there. The matchup is there.
52 point over under, one of the highest scoring. It might be the second actually highest scoring predicted game. So yeah, man, game script's there. Biggest concern with this one, outside of it being the wild card himself, is just his receiving core injury designations, right?
Sure.
If it ends up being that on game day, it's just Slayton and Dante Pettis that are going to be playing. That's a damn concern,
That is okay out there, man.
Yeah. Hey, wild shot. Do not start him with my faith. But if you're like a 20-man league, maybe you can do it. This is the last guy. I'm not even going to really analyze the situation. But Teddy Bridgewater against the Washington football team. Just wanted to mention his name. He has been looking banged up, right? I think if he was fully healthy, he would have played better against that Cleveland Browns team. But going up against the Washington football team, this is a beautiful matchup. The one thing they can do better than maybe they can against the pass is they can go up against that run. So I think maybe it works out, right? Maybe he's able to get you 15 to 20 points, right? Definitely don't think there's a high ceiling with Teddy Bridgewater, though.
I like that pick too. Like you throwing that out there. Yeah, that's probably right when I was talking about guys that you might want to stream this week, talking about Carson Wentz and the best matchups. And I kind of forgot about Teddy B. He's got the best matchup of the week.
Yeah.
But I think I lean Carson Wentz. Yeah. All right, there you have it, guys. Must start tight ends, must start quarterbacks on week 8. Love it, man. Love it. I like our picks tonight. I got to turn on my fan real quick, and then I'll be right back. That'll take me countdown, probably 20 seconds.
All right. I'll go to the top to start reading through some of these comments. All right, what is up, gang? Spencer. Obviously, Spencer left us to play some poker, but gonna miss him. All right, let me try to get caught up here. I think we left off at V's comment. I believe Tampa is available. I will pick up instead of crappy Falcons. I think it's a great play here, right? Not only was I very strongly convicted in them to put them in the video, but the reason for that doesn't just have to do with Jameis Winston. I think that has a lot to do with it. But Tampa Bay's been balling out of their minds recently, man. And their D-line is killing it. Their linebackers are killing it. And their cornerbacks are doing enough too, right? We thought Justin Fields was going to be able to exploit them. And not even he could do it. I just think Jameis Winston is not that great. And it's a good matchup for Tampa Bay, man. I would definitely throw them into your lineups if you can. Bryant McSheridan. I got Tyreek Hill in a trade. How do you think he will do? I have him and Adams. Bottom line is, yeah, the Chiefs have been struggling a little bit, but I think Tyreek Hill and having Devonta Adams as well, you have the two, maybe the top 3 best receivers in all of football. And on any given week, those guys can explode and win you a game just with themselves, right? So I love that getting Tyreek Hill was actually a great buy low opportunity there too, because I think if you're going to capitalize on Tyreek Hill or Kelsey, or, as someone mentioned earlier in the stream, Patrick Mahomes, now is the time to do it, because while they are on the outside looking in right now for this playoff hunt, baby, it is time, man. Patrick Mahomes is going to step up. I think he starts it this week against the Giants. I think Tyreek Hill starts it this week against the Giants. So I think it was a good move, man. I think it was a good move getting him and pairing him up with Mr. Devonta Adams himself. Sucks you can't use him this week, though.
The T.
Oh, I love that. Just to let you know, we are on timestamp 8:43. Taggy Carp. Trading Taja Carp. Sorry about that, man. My pronunciation, it is all over the place. Trading Schultz and Bills D for Julio Jones. I have Waller, Tanyan, Tyreek, Sanders, Myers, Bateman, Fuller, Harris, Davis, Gaskin, Fournette, and I will have to pick up Rams or Bears D. All right. I don't love that, honestly. Yeah, I don't love getting off the Bills defense. The Rams are a 1-week flyer, and I like the Bills defense more than the Rams this week, even with that said. But I think in this situation, one thing that the Bills present you is their defense and their kicker can be a must start for the rest of the year, basically. And you don't even have to think about those positions anymore. That's actually very rare that you would get that advice from someone like John and I, because we stream so often. But that's why I'm very hesitant to trade off of the Bills, especially for a guy like Julio Jones, who has just been so banged up this year. And I get it. He might have a good game against Indy, being a little bit fresher now, but I'm not that interested in Julio Jones. I saw him on waivers in 2 of my leagues that I'm in. That says something to me. That says that it's time to get off of him, probably, right? Yeah. Same with Damian Williams. There was a lot of reason to maybe get him at first. Now it's potentially time to get off of him as well. I'll take this one, John, and then I'll let you jump right back on in there. Gronk or Goddard in full PPR. I think John and I would both slam Goddard here. Goddard obviously made the must-start video. But don't let me get in your mind that I think Gronk is going to be bad rest of the season, right? I think Gronk coming off the bye week, he is going to be right back there where you are going to plug and play this guy, because he's got multi-touchdown opportunity every week, right? And I'm excited, man, because I took him in the Catch Fam League, and I need him to do that as well.
All right, so we're going to move down towards the bottom of the chat. So if you guys didn't get your question asked or answered, I should say, let us know. Get your question back in there. It'll just be easier for us, and that way we're not losing the chat, and that way we're caught up to speed with you guys. So, and Steven, you let me know when we're starting Madden, and we'll get some.
Yeah,
Madden
we can start that
too.
now. We can start that now.
Okay, that makes I mean, if you want to wait, I mean, I'm just kidding. That was supposed to be funny. Like I'm scared, but I'm not scared.
The thing, John, is I don't laugh at competition. I bring it on.
All right, let's see here. Marky Mark asked, oh, great stream, guys. Be back next day, or I'm gonna try to come back during Madden if I can. Okay, we're Jerry. Wow, I was about to drop Wentz for Cousins. There you go.
Great move.
Maben just traded away AJ Brown, Joe Mixon, Michael Thomas for Dalvin Cook and Keenan Allen. Did I win? AJ Brown. I can get a little bit of an upgrade when healthy at running back, and you get a little bit of downgrade at receiver. But I think I'd lean AJ Brown, Joe Mixon there. And I think Steven would too.
No, actually, I would lean this Keenan Allen, Dalvin Cook one. Okay. I get why you would think I would say that, but I really actually just think that Dalvin Cook is going to be a really good player rest of the season. And so for most situations, I'm probably going to suggest trying to trade for him because you got Keenan Allen, who's super stable. And man, this could be the week that things start to turn, right? If what I think is going to happen and Mike Williams does get X'd out, maybe Keenan Allen starts creeping into the offensive script a little bit more, right? Yeah. Who knows? I'm just saying if that happens, I love him because he's a great receiver.
I don't absolutely hate this. Yeah, I don't hate this. All right, let's see here. Chase, what's going on, my guy? Too many good RBs with Hubbard, Herbert, Gainwell, Darrell, and even Pollard. Got to start team PPR. Please help. I have to win this week, too. My opponent has Kyler, Chubb, Edmonds, Hill, Chase, Goddard, Evans, Colts, and Folk. Scared of his high upside, guys, so I need high points. Ooh.
Then I wouldn't go Hubbard here.
Which Darrell is that, Chase? Let us know.
Yeah, that's key.
Because if it's Henderson, then you're starting him. If it's not, then we got question marks. But I think Herbert and Gainwell are the best plays. Unless it's Henderson, then you're going Gainwell and Henderson.
Mm-hmm.
Let us know, Chase. Emily, Gronk, or Higbee? This week, I'm leaning Gronk here. I'm leaning Higbee. And then moving forward, Gronk. Aiden, what's going on, my guy? Hope you're doing well, man. Good to see you as always. Mike, Jalen Waddle versus Buffalo or Randall Cobb versus Arizona? Good question, Mike. Ooh.
Let me pull up the numbers real quick on that one.
Steven's got to pull up the numbers.
A lot of me says I want to go Randall Cobb here, but Waddle's been like low-key killing it these past few games, like target share wise. Yeah, I get it. It is bad, but for the same argument for Gaseki kind of applies to Waddle as well.
Sure.
Because both these guys are like the number 1 and 2 reads. He has 8 and 13 targets since Tua's come back, and he's converted that into 7 catches last week and 10 catches the week before that. I want to lean Waddle here, right? Because everything about this Packers scenario is murky, right? Very easily, Cobb could get that touchdown, right? But it's so murky, we don't know. Maury Rodgers is also there too, right? The rookie from Clemson who plays, he's a very good receiver in my mind and has not been used yet. Well, this could be the week he is used too. So it's a murky situation, man. I would go with consistency at Waddle.
Let's see here. TS, I got Cousins in place of Rodgers, but had to drop Ertz. Luckily, no one can pick him up until next week. Just Red Kittle's coming back week 9. I have Kittle and Knox. Hey, there you go. I think that'll work out for you in the long run. Jerry, I'll ride with you, John. I'll start Wentz.
Well, hold on. Didn't he just say that he could have gotten Cousins?
I got Cousins in place of Rodgers.
Okay. Jerry said at 9:40, wow, I was about to drop Wentz for Cousins.
That was TS, not Jerry.
What? 9:40, bro.
Yeah. What do you?
I'm looking at. I know. I see TS's as well. 2 comments above that, though. Jerry said, "Wow, I was about to drop Wentz for Cousins."
Oh, so he did drop.
I don't
Yeah.
know. I'd probably go Cousins is kind of the point I was trying
Well,
to
me
make
and
there.
Jerry are in this together, okay?
Sorry, man. I'm trying to
Like
take
we
away
have
from
been all season with Lamar Jackson.
you.
Okay, we'll get to a couple more comments here, then we're gonna jump into Madden. Okay, but we'll still be doing Q&A while we got Madden going. I just want to get caught up a little bit here. Ray Gamer, Nick Folk versus Chargers, Greg Joseph versus Cowboys, or the Bengals kicker versus Jets.
I do like him. I do like the Bengals kicker, McPherson versus the Jets. He didn't make the video. Greg Joseph, I can't go away from him though. So that would be my pick.
I like that pick. All right, let's see here. Ray Gamer, and I apologize, Ray. I think you had a couple comments on two of our videos, and we just weren't able to get to them quite yet. So I apologize there, but I'm happy to get out in the stream, throwing some Q&A our way. I believe these are probably the same from the videos he commented on. But, just to preface, guys, we do our best to get back to the comments in a timely manner. But especially if you don't see your comments responded to, hop on the stream because we'll get to them probably sooner that way. Ray Gamer, Niners defense versus Bears, Cowboys defense versus Vikings, Washington football team versus Broncos or Chargers, defense versus the Pats.
Yeah, just
I think for me, I'll let Steven do the final answer. I think it's between the Cowboys or Chargers this week.
I'm not on this Chargers wave right now.
Okay.
So it's tough, but I want to say 49ers against Justin Fields.
I don't hate that either. Yeah, I think that's a good call, actually.
I think Justin Fields is god-awful. And if it wasn't them, I think it would be the Cowboys, right? Just so I could have them on my team. Even though it's a game script that's not too favorable.
Yeah. Ray Gamer, who we starting the standard scoring? Mike Gaseki, Dalton Schultz. Ooh. I say Gaseki. Well, standard, I say Schultz. Schultz has found the end zone more. If it's standard, I say Schultz, PPR, Gaseki. Aiden, should I start Damian Harris or Calvin Ridley? It's a great matchup this week for Harris. It's a worse matchup for Ridley. I'd lean Harris. Chase Brown, that was Williams. Part of me wants to go Hubbard, but I don't know. I'll trust y'all with Herbert and Gainwell. I definitely think you start Gainwell and then it's Hubbard or Herbert. But I like Herbert right now. I think he's got a lot of momentum.
Yeah.
Ron the GOAT making – oh, sorry, Steven.
No, I was just going to say, I mean, I get it too because then Chase goes, how do you feel about Hubbard against the Falcons? I like him this week against the Falcons, right? But I think John and I love Herbert, right? And Gainwell's a great play this week.
Yeah, Gainwell's a must start, yeah. Ron, making this trade because I'm 2-5 and feel like these guys have high upside. I'm trading Hollywood, Waller, and Henderson for Swift, Sanders, McLaurin, and Gronk, full PPR 10-man. So I think that's a good trade. I do, because I think Henderson and Swift is a fair trade-off, right? And then I think you get enough upside out of Sanders and McLaurin to replace Hollywood, and you're getting two players there. And then I think Gronk, when healthy, is going to be better on the season than Waller.
Could be, man. Waller's been looking a little shady.
Yeah. So I like that. Juke, Uzma, or more Ali Cox. Oh, gosh.
That's so tough, man. That's like taking your fingernails off.
They're both touchdown dependent, I would argue. But a lot of your tight ends in that range are going to be. I had Mo Ali Cox in the must start. I didn't have Uzma. So I think I'm leaning Mo Ali Cox.
Oh, my gosh. It's tough.
Yeah. Let's see here. Oh, lost my place. Okay, so Jerry Steven is right. Ray Gamer giving us his opponents. Okay. Ron the GOAT. Tanya with no Lazard or Adams, or start Uzma versus Jets. Oh, no Lazard or Adams. Okay, we talked about this a bit in the segment tonight as well. Oh. I think you go Uzma. I think there's less risk involved with Uzma.
Okay.
Yeah. That's very tough, Ron. Jerry, I currently have Wentz, and I want to drop him for Cousins, but I got to ride with my bro, John. Yeah, thank you.
To the grave. That's some blood brother stuff right there.
Mr. I just picked up Mark Ingram, traded the Saints. Thoughts? Like I said, I think Mark Ingram is now touchdown dependent, unfortunately.
Yeah. Man, what if Kamara had to leave for a little bit and you got Mark Ingram though? That'd be fun. I think Sean Payton's going to use him well.
We'll find out. Let's see here. Okay, now we're a little bit caught up, so we can hop into Madden for the night. Okay.
Do you want to set up while I take on some of these?
Yeah, we're leaving off at Ray Gamer.
Okay. It's okay, smiley face. I like that. I feel like Hubbard has an easier matchup than Herbert. 49ers might shut down the Bears. Yeah, and I mean, we saw last week, right? Herbert had arguably the toughest matchup, right, against Tampa Bay. And due to the volume he got, just to how they used the running back in this Bears offense, he was still very effective, had a great game. So I still like that. It sucks because I do think Hubbard's got a good chance here, right, in this game against the Falcons. Good matchup. I think he could get a touchdown too as well. But it would be like I can't go off of Herbert right now, but I also can't go off of Gainwell because of the supposed matchup. And Gainwell kind of scares me, right, because Boston Scott's somehow involved in this as well too. But I think you got to go with the logic and the play here off of target share. And bottom line is you got to go with Herbert and Gainwell.
I agree there.
But let me add this last piece here.
Okay.
This is a situation where you go with your gut, right? Because you seem like you've got some conviction with Hubbard, right? And less conviction with Herbert. I think that is, in this tight of a situation, where I think they're going to be relatively similar, go with the guy you have more faith in. I
agree there. Ronald, torn between Chuba Hubbard and Darrell Williams in my flex. I can only start one, and I've chosen wrong each of the 2 weeks. This is a great question, Ronald. We just talked about Chuba a little bit. Chuba's got. Oh man, I think I want to lean Chuba there.
Yeah,
I think it's Chuba for me, but I do think Darrell Williams can have a decent game. But I think it's Chuba for me. And once again, Ronald, I would follow your gut conviction as well, like Steven was just talking about Chase. Aiden, how do you feel about Mike Williams going further in the season? I think he'll be just fine. Yeah, I think he'll be fine. I don't know if these crazy high ceilings are going to continue to exist, but I think from a consistency standpoint, he'll be just fine.
It's definitely a little spooky, right? But I do like him rest of the season. I think he's still one of the better receivers in the game. Definitely still has a chance to finish as like a top 12, top 15 receiver, but he's got to stay on it, man. 5 targets against the Ravens. He was banged up. That's my biggest concern. My biggest concern is that injury that he had, right? That's been something that has always followed Mike Williams. So I would say if you see another game, maybe in a week or 2, where he gets banged up again, man, you need to sell that like a hot pancake, because the only thing that's been consistent with him throughout his career is injuries.
I just think about hot pancakes now. That sounds pretty good.
Dude, remember the pancakes back in elementary school, man? They were like the little sausage patty corn dogs with the pancake on the outside. You dip that in the syrup. That was some tasty stuff right there.
Litsky, what's good, John and Steven? What's up, my guy? Jerry Lamar owners, shake my head. It's been a bunch of ups and downs, but good to know John and I dealt with it together. Jerry and I on blood brother. Wow, blood brother level tonight. Are we doing a random, Steven?
Yeah.
You scared?
Oh my gosh! Oh, those are 2 gross ones.
Ooh. Oh, I like this.
I know I like
this. Are you gonna go suicide? Because I don't think I am. Oh, come on, bro. I wanted a bad matchup. Oh, man. I wanted a bad matchup, dude.
Okay, I'll be somebody else. If you think Kansas City's too OP.
My suicide's the Broncos. I wanted us to have a bad matchup, bro.
All right, I'll be the Patriots.
Okay, then I'll let you pick Vikings or Raiders. Those are my first 2.
Raiders.
Okay. I'll be the Raiders.
You want to just go another 3? We can't be picking.
Okay, another 3.
Let's go another 3.
I just wanted a crummy matchup. I was excited.
You were scared about Kansas City.
Okay, I got the Bucks.
Oh my gosh.
Who's your first team, Steven?
Dude, I should be allowed to take Kansas City then.
No, that's no.
Dude,
We got it.
the Tampa Bay Buccaneers are 4 points higher than Kansas City.
I'll cross it out then.
How about Tampa Bay versus Kansas City?
All right, fine. Super Bowl matchup.
Yeah, that's a good one.
But I want a bad matchup soon, dude. I want us to be like the I don't know.
This will be a fun one still. I never play with like Kansas City. Not saying it's gonna be hard or anything, but Tampa Bay is pretty damn good too. Better actually.
Check this out.
Yeah, Jerry said he wanted another 3 anyway, so you gotta do it for your blood brother.
Yeah, I got the dope uniforms, bro. All right, sorry guys. Ray Gamer put in a waiver for the Niners defense. Nice, I like it. I'll get them on Friday. I like it. Chase Brown, I'm convinced on Herbert because of volume. I agree there. Brandon Cruz, what do you think of D-Hop for Henderson and Cooks? If you're not hurting bad at receiver, I think it's a great trade. Yeah. Simon for president, what are your thoughts on between Waddle and Higgins? I have Higgins now, but Waddle's on the waivers. Thanks, fellas. Of course, Simon. Waddle should theoretically be the number 1 guy in that offense, where Higgins is more like the number 2. So I could go back and forth there, but I still like the Bengals offense more than the Dolphins.
Mm-hmm.
Chase Brown, definitely deciding between Hubbard and Gainwell. I feel like I can't go wrong with either. Yeah. It's tough. I think he'll be fine either way, but I like Gainwell a lot this week.
He says later on, only thing I'm leaning is more touches for Hubbard and Gainwell might split time with Scott. That is something that, like I was saying earlier, is like, I think a lot of us want to jump on this Gainwell train. I was one of his biggest opponents all year. But what is the one consistency we've seen out of the running back out of this Eagles team? It's been terrible, right? And now if maybe they have less conviction in Gainwell than maybe Sanders, maybe he doesn't see all the touches, right?
Yeah.
Boston Scott's a vet for this team. He's done good for them when he's been used. I don't know, man. Okay. This defense is as bad as advertised, guys.
Don't worry, mine is too. Paul Miller, do you think Cooks will get back to what he was at the beginning of the season with Tyrod Taylor back? I could see that. I do. I mean, and he's played okay with Milser, but yeah, in terms of those higher ceilings, yeah, I do, Paul, to answer your question. Ron the Goat pancake on a stick used to go crazy. Steven just made me hungry. He made me hungry too with that pancake comment.
Those were so good. You can get them at the grocery store. I've seen them.
Oh, of course you have. We forgot, guys. Most important question of the night. What'd you guys have for dinner? Let us know in the chat section. I had a sandwich. Let's see who wins this game. Yeah, I mean, probably not Steven.
Oh, Gronk's taking some hits, man.
Like usual. Oh, yeah. Man, I always forget that I can't have my full playbook when I do an Audible and multiplayer because you have it turned off because you're a cheater. Get off me, boy.
Godwin out here throwing down defenders.
Jerry. Yeah, another 3 Bucks versus Chiefs. Well, at least Jerry agreed with it.
Yeah, I saw Paul said Bills Rams Super Bowl. Let's get into a little bit of some chit chat, right? What do you think about that Super Bowl? What do you think about your predictions so far in the season?
I like that prediction.
I do too, because I think a lot of people want to say that this Cards team is the best in football. I get it. The record says that.
Are they the best playoff team, though?
Yeah. I think that's the biggest thing, right? Because the one thing about playoffs is coaching matters. That's where coaching matters. Cliff is not there yet, right?
Steven hates Cliff, bro. He hates Cliff.
I hate Cliff. Do you like Cliff? I like Cliff bars. Those are good.
It's spelled differently.
This is going to be a mistake, by the way, John. You doing this?
Yeah, let us know your Super Bowl predictions in the chat. Chase, we got to that one. I'm sorry. Ray, did you guys pick the Bengals kicker or the Vikings kicker?
Yeah, we went with the Vikings kicker, Greg Joseph. Statistically on the season, he's one of the best kickers in all football. And with that high of an over-under prediction, I think that it leans in his favor because I'm not necessarily worried about the Bengals converting for touchdowns when they get the opportunity to score, right? And I'm not expecting a shootout there. So I just think in terms of game script, in terms of the flow of the offense, I think Joseph's going to be put in a good spot, and he's been great all season too.
Let's see here. Ray says Bucks Chiefs.
Yeah, baby.
Ron the Goat had some Papa John's pizza. Man, I love me some Papa John's.
I love how they give you garlic. That's
the
like
garlic sauce is
yeah.
Dude, they have the best low-key hack. They have a great cheese sauce. You gotta pay for it, but their
cheese sauce, really?
It's like a jalapeno cheese sauce. Oh my gosh. Let us know in the chat if you've ever had the Papa John's jalapeno cheese sauce. That stuff dangerous, man. Dangerous.
It's not a hack if you have to pay for it though, right?
No, but it's I don't know.
It's good.
Simon President, do you guys not remember when Kamara and Ingram were both top RBs when Ingram was with the Saints? This is a good point.
I remember it.
I remember.
It's a while ago. Drew Brees was there.
You don't think Ingram will have the same role he did before? Thoughts? Thanks, fellas. I mean, it's possible. It's possible.
It's just a totally different team.
Yeah.
Like, I get it, the same technical guys, right? But Ingram is an older back now. He wasn't even able to win a starting job at the Texans, a pure starting job. And he's, Kamara's at a different place in his career now where he's going to see even more touches. I still don't know how relevant he's going to be yet, right?
Yeah.
And he could still come out and have a touchdown, right? That is definitely not out of the possibilities.
I think he'll be part of this team, but I don't see it being that heavily as much of an involvement as it was before,
Yeah.
It's a good question though, Simon, for sure, man. I mean, it's a great point to bring up. I don't want to jump the gun here, I guess what I'm saying,
The only thing that like makes me somewhat think, oh, maybe this just turns into like a super running heavy offense because it is so clear from that Monday night game, that shitty Monday night game, that Sean Payton doesn't trust Jameis Winston at all. Right. So maybe he's just like, we're going to bring in some reinforcements.
You like that Peter Paul coverage on Tyreek Hill?
Yeah, that was very good.
Who am I supposed to put on Tyreek Hill? Why haven't you been throwing to him every single game? Or
I haven't needed to, dude.
Yeah. I haven't even made the adjustment, the cornerback adjustment, because it's like, is it worth it?
No, it's not.
This is going to be this whole game.
There's no defense that's going to show up.
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you there.
No, it's okay, man. I get it, dude. Like, when you're scared and you're feeling defeated, you often interrupt, right? And so, guys, I think that's what you're probably seeing now, right? It's a sign of weakness, right?
Okay. Ray Gamer says Jets Lions in the Super Bowl.
Oh my gosh, I would love that. You know how they do puppy bowls? They should do like a toilet bowl, right?
Oh my gosh, dude. What kind of ball was that?
That was all you, man.
But what kind of ball was that by Tom Brady? Is there instant replays in this? Is there? Why is there not instant replays? And
frustration is getting the best of this man.
I want you guys to see how wide open Mike Evans was and where Tom Brady threw the football.
That was a user snag.
Yeah, but you
Oh, I just gave it right back.
No, you didn't, bro. He's gonna catch that. He's out of bounds.
That was kind of bullcrap. He should have got that.
Ron the Groat, Ingram may be able to break the Saints rushing record, which is cool. Oh, that is cool. I didn't know that. That's surprising too. I mean, I guess I can't really think of any other players that would have been there. Who is this?
McAllister?
Yeah.
Who was the other running back they had back there? Pierre Thomas. Remember that guy?
Yeah. Yeah.
Darren Sproles.
Yeah.
Reggie Bush.
Yeah. There's been some guys out there.
Can't forget the Bushster.
I love me some Reggie Bush, bro.
Dated Kim Kardashian.
He was so cool.
That was the end of his career.
Remember when he was coming out of USC? He was like the coolest player ever, though.
Yeah. He was pretty badass.
The only player in NFL history to finish a season with negative yardage at the running back position. I love that stat. I
Yeah,
love
you
that stat.
say it like almost every stream.
One more time. Green Bay versus Buffalo in Super Bowl. Bills win in highest scoring ever, 47-41.
Oh, I like that.
I like
Usually,
that, Vic.
have we been seeing high score Super Bowls? Always last year. That was not high scoring.
Well, the Bucks put up a good amount of points. I mean, against the Patriots and Rams was low scoring, but outside of that, yeah, it's been all right the past couple of years.
Whenever Tom Brady plays, it's a low scoring Super Bowl, but it's always fun still.
Dude, what is my defense doing?
Oh my gosh, I just gave you that, dude.
Let's go, Sherman.
That was like out of bounds first off, but I totally just gave you that.
I knew Sherman would come through for me, bro.
It was an accident. Like that was not a purposeful throw there.
Oh, okay. Now you know how I feel. It's going to Godwin. I changed my mind. What was that, dude?
I feel like that's how he actually plays though.
Oh my gosh, I keep forgetting that I don't have my full playbook. Whoa!
Let's go, dude. Our defense is actually causing you issues.
Ray Gamer, I feel like the Bucks and the Rams will face each other in NFC Championship. For some reason, it's probably going to be Brady in the Super Bowl again versus the Bills. I have a feeling that yes, the Bucks will be back.
He owns the refs, guys. We cannot discount this. Like this is the truth. Like
he's like the LeBron James of the NFL.
Yeah.
I mean the refs are all with them.
Talking trash about LeBron.
Well, I mean, don't the refs like just do whatever LeBron says?
I don't know about that.
Nice play, bro.
Oh. That was not a heady play by you right there.
That was all user on your side.
You left me way too much time. Imagine a Brady versus Allen Super Bowl. Yeah, I would love that, right? We just got to see the Mahomes Brady Super Bowl. I think Brady would relish in the opportunity of taking out the two guys that are coming after his throne. I love when John gets quiet.
You like that play? Oh no!
Oh, what?
Oh, it's good. Yes.
What?
Dude, that was a play call at the line of scrimmage. Like I am Tom Brady himself. Drew, also thoughts on Detroit getting their first win versus Philly.
I like it.
Could happen.
I like it, man.
It could
this
happen.
Philly team. You know, you often see with teams when they're like a shitty team, but they've been having these hard losses, they quit, right? That's not in the DNA of this Lions team, man. They don't quit because of their head coach.
I can see it for sure. Yeah, for sure.
The Eagles have much more quitting DNA in this team, I feel like, because of their head coach than the Detroit Lions do, which is pretty nuts.
Vita Vea? No, yes.
Whoa, wait, what? What was that? That was so ridiculous.
Ron the GOAT, he's 89 yards away from McAllister. That's a good stat. Thanks for bringing that up, Ron. I like that.
Deuce McAllister. Let's go.
Dating a Kardashian is the end of everyone's career, probably. Fair enough. Oh, gosh. What is this, man? Don't do it, Steven. You don't want to do that. Yeah, there you go. That's a safer play. Lions will get their first win against Philly at home, says Paul. Yeah. Breaking kneecaps, dude. Biting kneecaps. That's right, Paul.
He's biting them.
Chase Brown, imagine a Brady versus Allen Super Bowl. Oh, yeah. We just talked about that. I think we could realistically see that for sure. Dude, what are you doing? No, what are you doing, Shaq Barrett?
Shit.
Did you call a timeout?
Yeah. I got a little flustered. I'm not going to lie.
Dude, just in the half. It's been a good half. You're in good position, bro.
You would like that, wouldn't you?
Dude, I'll just take a knee if you punt it. Come on, bro. I'll take a knee if you punt it.
Oh, my gosh. You're so whack. Oh, my gosh. I accidentally pressed A.
I can't call another timeout. Dude, I'm sorry that you pressed A.
Wait, what's going on? Oh, it's like frozen.
It's frozen.
I can't now either.
Well, sometimes the turntables turn, Steven. Being from LA, we have beef now at John. Oh, what did I say about LA? What did I say, Jerry?
You said Tom Brady was gonna beat him.
Oh. Jerry, I'm sorry, bro. We're on really good vibes tonight. I'm sorry, bro. All right, guys, let us know what other fantasy questions you've got on the night. Let us know. I mean, general debate, man. This is great Super Bowl debate. Who do you guys see in the Super Bowl on the year? Let us know what you guys got coming up.
Let's go.
Man.
Let's go. You
Whoa.
suck. You suck.
Hey, dude, I did that for you because of the weird punt thing, bro.
Yeah, for sure. That's what you did.
Yeah,
You're
I
gonna
felt
regret
bad.
it now.
Oh, hating on LeBron. Okay. Hey,
yeah, good.
If you guys
love LeBron.
if you guys really want to get Steven riled up,
Say
let me
anything bad about LeBron.
yeah, Steven's got some strong feelings against or
Oh,
for
my
LeBron.
gosh. What are you doing?
I'm gonna get the ball back.
What?
You had a timeout too, bro. I'm trying to help you. I feel bad that you pressed A, bro. Remember that in the long run. Oh my gosh, don't do it. Don't do it. Yes.
What?
Yes. Let's go. That's why you pull your linebacker out, bro.
This is an interesting game.
LeBron is on the Lakers. I'm sorry, Jerry. I didn't mean it. Chiefs having a bad Super Bowl hangover season. They are, man. I mean, that Super Bowl hangover stuff is like.
Tell you what, they're not that easy to play with in Madden either.
It's for real, bro. Oh gosh, you might return that.
Oh no. Oh, why didn't you catch that, bro?
I don't know. KTC Bowl, what's going on? Hope you're doing well tonight. Picked up Jalen Hurts and Khalil Herbert. Traded those two with Zach Moss, Gronk, Tyler Lockett for Mahomes and Chase. So you traded Hurts, Herbert, Moss, Gronk, Tyler Lockett for Mahomes and Chase. I mean, if you can replace that roster depth, then I'm not going to hate on it. It's a lot of depth, but you got 2 top 5 players at their respective positions. So I'm not going to hate on it.
Yeah.
I'd love to have Jamar Chase and Patty Mahomes right now.
It's a very nice duo.
It's a beautiful duo. Wow. I finally called blitz. Dude. Okay. Chase Brown, how is Hurts on your waivers?
Yeah, that's a good question.
He's gotten 20 points every game and now gets the Lions. I have a good feeling with this matchup. Maybe he can actually play good. Might.
I don't know about that, though.
Dude, I mean, from a fantasy perspective, he's going to be absolutely fine.
From fantasy perspective, for sure.
Yeah. What?
Oh.
Dude, how is that not a pick?
That was kind of like an unnecessary attack I just did right there. I'm playing like the real Kansas City Chiefs do. Like, just chill out. Just chill out. It's just so dangerous, right?
What? Dude, I'm going to need a 30-piece from Aaron Jones, Eckler, Swift, and Terry this week going up against Henry and Cup. Yeah, that's scary. But Eckler, Swift, and Scary Terry and Aaron Jones, I mean, you've got a shot there. You've got a shot for sure. Come on, Shaq. What? What are you doing?
He's faster than you think.
You just lost 7 yards.
I know. I'm just saying he's like faster than you think. He like ran out of bounds. Like I was like, what are you doing?
Oh gosh, can't follow these routes. Dude, quit scrambling to that side, bro. I'm gonna injure him. And now he's got 3 rushes for -4 yards. So good job. Didn't really lose much. I'm in a 2 QB league starting Mahomes, Josh Allen, Aaron Jones, Chuba Hubbard, Tyreek Hill, Stephon Diggs, Hawkinson, Chase. Had wide receivers to work my way for the roster. Yeah, I don't hate that, man. Yeah, if you feel good about the depth overall, that's a great team. As Chase saying, that team's OP. I'm jealous. Yeah. I love the team. I mean, especially in a double quarterback league. I mean, that's important information to know as well. The fact that you have Josh Allen's and Patty Mahomes now in a super flex league is it's craziness. I mean, I think Mahomes is going to be fine on the rest of the season from a fantasy perspective, right? What was that? Okay, that's kind of realistic. I'm not going to lie, but Mahomes, Allen, Jones, Chuba, Hill, Diggs, Hawkinson, Chase. Yeah, I mean, your receivers and your running backs. I mean, your receivers and your quarterbacks are crazy, and that's those stack points, Diggs and Allen, Hill and Mahomes is just filthy, like absolutely filthy. So I love that. We're on the goat. My team is so much worse. Yeah, I feel you there.
Yeah, mine too.
Dude, how is Antonio Brown out this week? Can we talk about this, guys? Because I'm like, wow. Did you see what Shaq Barrett was doing before that play?
Whoa. I think it's kind of the same situation. Like, why even start Rob Gronkowski this week if I'm the Bucks, right?
Sure.
Are they worried? I mean, I get it's a division game. It means a lot, but
yeah,
get you guys healthy, man. I think that's how they're viewing this situation.
Dude, what are my players doing? Because I'm pressing buttons and things aren't
Yeah,
happening.
you're pressing buttons.
KT, Seabull, Bateman, Pittman, Deontay on the bench, most of my RBs and starters. I mean, dude, that team is great if you've got those receivers. Yeah, that's a fantastic trade. Okay, once again, I pressed the button for Shaq Barrett to intercept that, and he didn't move. So whatever hack you put in my Xbox before this game started, I just wanted to be out there that for the catch. Oh, you dirty bastard.
Dude. Richard Sherman and I just collided.
Blammo time. Hawkinson being questionable every week is getting on my nerves. I picked up Ertz off waivers. Is it stupid to go ahead and start him on Thursday? Not necessarily. No, not necessarily. I mean, Hawkinson's got a good matchup this week, so I wouldn't. It's tough.
Defensive stand
because Hawkinson's got a good matchup, and I mean the upside is there. But if you don't have conviction in the play, then I'm not going to talk you out of starting Zach Ertz because it's still a good start. Jew, AB out, Lattimore and Evans. Time to start Gronk over Goddard. I think you still give Gronk 1 week to get back in the swing of things.
Yeah, I agree.
As he catches this great pass in Madden.
Gronk is amazing in Madden, let me tell you that.
Yeah, he is. Paul, would you trade Eckler for Mike Evans and Herbert if you needed wide receiver help bad? No. Because I just think the trade-off at the running back position is going to hurt you even more, where you're not going to be able to plug and play a guy off the waiver wire at the running back position like you can at the receiver position. So I wouldn't trade Eckler for those two.
Eckler's such a good player right now to have.
Yeah, absolutely.
And the bye week's already done with too, right? You don't have to worry about that either. That's huge.
Yeah. Oops. Didn't mean to throw that.
That's clutch.
Dude, that was an awful drive. KTC Bull. Now I'm trying to get Bills defense because the Panthers aren't working. If you get the Bills, dude, what's your record, bro?
Yeah, seriously.
Forgot to say I have DK on the bench too. What's your record?
What the heck, man?
Killing it, bro. I love it.
We love to hear that.
Yeah.
Oh, I should have gotten a face mask out of that.
Jerry, I have Cobb and Lockett. I'm hoping for 20 points from both. It could happen. It could.
Lockett's the biggest concern, but a lot of optimism. I don't know if you saw that. Well, I guess you did see that trade I did in the Catch Fam League, but a lot of optimism that Russell Wilson's going to be coming back sooner rather than later.
Did you see Travis Kelce on that last play?
No, I didn't, but I did see the fact that should not have happened, whatever that play was.
Travis Kelce was just standing in the end zone. That's all I was looking at. I was so scared.
You mean like this?
I just destroyed Patrick Mahomes. KTC Bull and 4-3. How many people are in your league? I think you already told us. I mean, your team's amazing, man.
Doesn't even matter. Yeah, it seems stacked.
Yeah. Come on, bro. I blitzed from every other angle.
I know, dude. It like opened.
DK and DJ on the bench. This man go in the championship. Yeah, he could be. The team's great, man. I mean, I don't know if maybe it wasn't as good earlier in the season, and you made improvements through trades and things.
Oh shit!
Pick it up. Go back to the other end. No, what are you doing? Why do you run out of bounds, Shaq Barrett?
That's actually a big time play.
Okay, Jerry, would I be crazy if I pick up Tommy Sweeney and drop Seals Jones? I have a good feeling with Sweeney. I don't hate it. I mean, Sweeney is not someone I brought up this week. I mean, it probably is a good topic of conversation, right? I mean, probably going to be the number one for the Bills this week. I don't hate it. If you've got the conviction, I'm not going to talk you out of it, right? But I like Seals Jones this week as well as a flex play. Sure. I mean, or as a stream and play while you're hurting it at tight end, right?
Seals Jones is used a lot, but I just think at the end of the day, we're going to see that that Sweeney gets a touchdown, right? Like, can't you see that?
Are you feeling okay?
I was trying to get a freaking block in the back. You're so whack for that.
That was so funny. You have to admit that was pretty funny.
I thought like something was gonna terribly happen to like Leonard Fournette.
Oh gosh. I didn't know about Russell's return, Steven. That gives me hope. There we go, Jerry. We are here to give you hope.
Oh my gosh,
you
dude.
stop that play. Have you ever stopped that play versus me?
I haven't.
Ron the Goat, do I stash Logan Thomas? Yes. Yeah. I'm big on if you can get Logan Thomas, get him while you can, especially if you're hurting at the tight end position. KTC Bowl, only loss I've had so far was trading DJ Moore for Stephon. I don't regret it. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't feel bad about that at all, man, especially having Josh Allen on your team as well.
Yeah.
Jerry, I want to start Sweeney over Osborne. Okay, then I like it more in that case. Yeah, I like it more in that case for sure, Jerry. You know, if you're starting Seals, Jones, and Sweeney, then I like it more for sure. Oh, dude, that was so close to being a pick, but good catch.
That's how you throw that needle, baby.
Did you throw that, or did a Madden Lamar Jackson throw that? I mean, whatever his name is, Patrick Mahomes. Dude, stop doing this like while you're rolling all the way out 20 yards.
That's what he does in real life, dude.
It's true. What do we see from Aaron Jones this game? I think that the Packers are going to utilize Aaron Jones very, very heavily in this game. Yeah, they're going to be pretty gung-ho about getting him involved. Dude, what was that? Richard Sherman. Why is Richard Sherman on the Bucks? Nothing unrealistic about that. Nothing unrealistic about that at all. Andrew McGrady, what's going on, man? Hope you're doing well tonight. Thanks for coming up to the stream. Corey Davis or Brandon Cooks for the rest of the season? I think I'm leaving Brandon Cooks there. Yeah. What are you doing? Who is covering Kelsey? Who is covering Kelsey? Andrew, listen, man. I think Corey Davis. My problem with Corey Davis is, I mean, I every time I start him, he has 3 points. Every time I bench him, he has like 10 plus points. So I think the inconsistency is there for Corey Davis. I do think, of course, he's the number one option in that offense. And then Jameson Crowder's next, right?
I think Zach Wilson being down hurts him too, right?
Yeah.
Zach Wilson and him had a strong rapport dating back to the beginning of preseason. Now you got Mike White, who targets the running backs heavy. And then, okay, let's say Joe Flacco takes over. It's Joe Flacco, guys. So, and this is going to be for the next few weeks. I definitely think I would lean Brandon Cooks here too, who Tyrod Taylor might be coming around the corner as well. Or, hey, who knows, maybe even a Tua time?
What was that throw, bro?
Wow, it's game over because, John, the thing is about life is sometimes it's not fair.
Dude, I don't understand why that ball was placed where it was. It's not the receiver is throwing it to.
Man, it's rough.
Shut up. That was such a bad throw, dude. I hate Tom Brady. He sucks. Why was that not a pick? Why are you running the clock, bro?
It's a beautiful thing.
Why are you running the clock?
It's a beautiful thing. What we said.
Scared? Oh my gosh, dude.
That was rough.
Casey Poole, I have high potential for Stephon this game with Knox out. He's going to have a great game. Yeah. We love us some Stephon Diggs here at the catch. Yes. Why is Chad Henne in?
Because he throws dimes.
Okay, once again, I'm slamming the button to pick the ball, and he doesn't do anything.
That's a devastating loss. That's a devastating loss. That's a devastating loss. Just concede defeat so we can go one more.
I did. What was that game, dude? The interception play was baloney. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Oh my gosh, dude. So now we're 2-3. Now we're 2-3.
Yeah, hold on 1 second. Before you start it, let me do something real quick.
All right. Blamo time. I think Gilliam is an RB used as a tight end in Buffalo. He could take snaps away from Sweeney. That's an interesting. I didn't know that. I'll have to look into that as well. Thank you for that update, Blamo time. I have 2 flex spots. Who should I start from Jerry? Cox, Seals, Jones, Sweeney, Collins, or Osborne? Is that Alex Collins, Jerry? I mean, if it is, and Alex Collins is playing, and he's not, he's healthy, and he's got the designation to play in the game, then I think you start Collins there. And then out of the tight ends, man, if it's full PPR, you lean Seals Jones. Standard or half PPR, I think you lean Cox.
John, can you invite me, or the tier is just it's blowing too much for you to get a grip on your controller? I understand.
I did invite you. Yeah.
You might need to invite me again because I think the tiers block the interference of the Xbox Live connection.
Okay, you're only 1 game up, so and that game was, first of all, you rigged that whole series, man. Okay, remember I said there's an asterisk if you win because of the whole you switched up the teams, and that was your fault.
Again. Oh wait, hold on, I might have jumped in.
Okay,
I'm in.
I got the Eagles, and I got the Niners.
Ooh, Chargers.
I'll be the Niners.
Bills. Wow.
Jerry says I want to see a Lions versus Texans game.
You want to just give them what the people want?
Yeah, but how are we deciding who's who? Who's the higher ranked team? I'm on the loss streak, so I get the higher ranked team. Lions are 69. What are the Texans? Okay, I get they got. Is it fair to play with Deshaun Watson?
No.
Okay, play with the guy who's not playing in real life. That's fine, Steven.
No, it's not fair. I'm not going to use him. I'm going to use
Davis Mills.
I'm using Davis Mills.
Okay, I mean, you got the higher ranked team, but that's fine.
No, I didn't. I'm 73 Texans. Oh wait, what are you?
69.
What? That is absurd.
That's fine though. I'll take the Lions, and you'll lose.
That's absurd. I would so much rather have had the Lions.
Once again, Steven rigging all these matchups. Okay. Let's see here. KTC Bowl. Corey Davis is like Lockett with consistency. Yeah, very, very boomer bust, right? Very, very boomer bust.
Very boomer bust,
yeah. Jerry, here we go. We got your matchup for you. KTC Bowl. Wonder if Saquon plays this week. It's a good question, man. And I don't think we're going to know until Sunday. Or I guess they play Monday, right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't think we're going to know until then.
I'm out on him unless you have Devonta Booker.
And Steven owns Saquon. So spoken like a true Saquon Barkley owner.
This is going to be an interesting game, man.
Yeah, finally we get a matchup where you're not rigging everything and
dude, that was a good game until you threw that one pick.
That interception was not my fault.
What?
I'm telling you, I was throwing to the other receiver and Tom Brady just threw it to that corner. Like, that was
what's amazing to me is that you're not more baffled by Chad Henne throwing.
Oh my gosh.
A dart.
What was that?
What?
I hate this game. I hate this game. Why do we play this game?
Oh gosh, it's brilliant.
Okay, Chase, thoughts on Amari this week? Worried about Dak or full confidence in the shootout? I got confidence in the shootout, man.
Yeah, wait, why can't I go to pause? I don't want to. I have Mark Ingram who's not on the team anymore.
You can play with Mark Ingram. I don't care about that. He just got traded today. I think Amari's going to be fine, man. Yeah, I think both Amari and Dak are going to be fine, Chase. Oh, Steven, are you pausing because you're scared? What's going on?
I'm taking out Mark Ingram.
Who are you putting in? David Johnson? Like, it's not that big of a difference.
He's not going to get any work today.
Okay. Okay, people, hope Mahomes has a great game. I think he will, man. I think the Chiefs are going to be fine this week. Listen, they got to win this game. Yeah, they got to.
Waiting on you, brother.
I got to look at my depth chart.
Oh my gosh.
We're here, man. Try and throw off this. Wow, none of my receivers are above a 68.
Wow, this is interesting.
Is it? Thanks, Jerry, for this recommendation. It helped me, forfeit Steven playing with the Bills. So I appreciate that.
Yeah, you had the Bills coming up on deck.
Dude, you just could never. You always, man, you're a cheater.
That's what playing wild card does, though. Sometimes you just get put into bad spots.
What do you mean playing wild card? That was a good
Like,
play.
just like wild carding the picks, right? Because
Yeah.
sometimes people will just get on a roll with getting good teams, and sometimes you'll get these kind of squads. This is going to be an interesting play right here. I'm just going to let you know that right now.
Who's on my defense? Trey
uh,
Flowers?
is it like the Sean Hand?
I hope so.
Old Virginia guy.
Stop it, bro. Stop it.
Oh my gosh, he got lifted.
John Eric Meyer, what's going on, man? Thanks for coming out to the stream tonight. Hey guys, should I start Noah Fant or Gaseki? Ooh, we didn't talk about Noah Fant tonight.
Noah Fant, I think, is a good play this week. Like,
yeah,
I was a little surprised you left him off, to be honest.
Well, I was, like I said, I was trying to dig a little bit in the segment. I wasn't trying to name obvious guys, but yeah, I mean, I think that Noah Fant is the better play against this awful Washington football team defense. He doesn't even need to score, and he can have a huge game the way the secondary is playing. So, yeah, I'm rolling Noah Fant between the two. But don't be scared to flex Gaseki if you're really hurting at the flex position. So, but yeah, between the two at the tight end position, Noah Fant's the guy for sure.
Dude, that was a nice hot read.
Dude, why did he juke? Who is that?
That was like your fullback, dude.
That guy sucks. Dude, I was slamming that button like right away.
Yeah, because I was about to destroy him.
That was like the scariest Madden play of my life. Jerk off. You can't catch up with DeAndre Swift, or can you? No, you can.
Yeah.
You can. Let's see here. Just send a big, or Jerry says sometimes you get dealt the bad hand. That's true, Jerry. That's true. KTC Bull, you just got to send a big trade. They want Chase. I'm getting Mike Williams, Patterson, Mixon, and Fant. Jerry says they're getting 4 players for Chase. I mean, that's a fair trade. But I like me some Jamar Chase on the season, man. But it's a fair trade for Jamar Chase, yeah. Like this play? There you go. That's a huge trade. I mean, how's that going to affect your roster? I mean, who are you going to have to drop? There's probably going to be some tough decisions to make there. Let's see here. Paul Miller, Derek Barnes, and Flowers for the win. LOL. Dan Campbell's the shit. Oh, we love some Dan Campbell.
Oh, what?
Yeah, that's right. Drew that flag, baby.
Jeez.
Oh, that's on me. That's on me.
Wow. Did you throw away?
Yeah, dude. I hate how it gives you so many intentional groundings in this game.
Yeah, it does.
Dude, is that Geronimo Allison?
I think so. Old Packer. Maybe he gets traded back.
Khalif Raymond.
What?
Let's go. Oh, he dropped it. Oh, gosh.
Jerry, thank you for this matchup. This is what you wanted, John.
How did Raymond not catch that, bro? Oh, gosh, dude. The second one. Oh, yes. Yes.
What?
Let's go. Points on the board, baby.
That's huge, dude. That's.
Is Dan Campbell going to cry or throw a player under the bus this game? Probably both.
He's gonna throw Nick Sirianni, the Eagles coach, under the bus. He's gonna come out there biting, man. I think the Lions are gonna get this dub. Although I will say, I have thought the Lions were gonna get this dub like a few times this year, and it has not happened.
Let's see here, Mr. Matt J. Kim. You guys think Kittle for Patterson is a fair trade? Yeah, especially if you're not hurting at the tight end position. You got someone else you can play. Then yeah.
Yeah, I would love to get. I would love to get Patterson out of that deal.
Yeah, I like that trade. Wow.
That was a laser by Davis Mills.
Jerry, as John always says, if you're hurting in the RB position, then I say go for it. I agree. I agree. Paul Miller, Raymond is fire. I picked him up and dropped Devonta Freeman. Yeah, I hope he can stay consistent for you, but I don't hate that.
Whoa.
That was like a most dramatic first down I've ever seen.
Of course, it's David Johnson, man.
Paul, SOL losses all season long with a 66-yard field hurt. Yeah, that should have been a win. Oh my gosh. You better slide, boy. Yeah. If you hadn't slid there, that was gonna be automatic turnover, bro.
That was a
Automatic.
sick play by Davis Mills right there.
That was impressive. I don't know what this matchup is. At least, I mean, that last matchup, I just want to say, like, okay.
Oh,
yeah. Yeah. I mean, you know, do you have 54 rushing yards of Davis Mills? Is that what I just said?
He's getting tired, though. Got to put him to Driscoll.
Oh, my gosh. Who is that? Jeff Driscoll?
Yep.
Why are you putting in Jeff Driscoll? What is this?
Because he's a beast. He's a beast. That is why I'm doing it, man.
Mr. Magic Kim, I got Kittle. Should throw in A-Rob. I mean, you can throw in Aaron or Allen Robinson just to get rid of him so he's off your roster. If it helps you.
Punch it in.
Punch it. I can't even be mad about that drive. That's a lot less frustrating than the last game. I'll put it that way.
Davis Mills.
Paul asks, why aren't you playing with Tyrod Taylor?
I think he's still inactive, isn't he? Has he been officially ruled active? Because that's what we're doing with these lineups.
I mean, apparently it doesn't matter. I didn't know we were doing that with these lineups. I mean, I just don't think it's fair you play with Deshaun Watson.
Well, yeah, that would have been bad.
Blitz me.
Okay.
I got the Hawker.
Oh, shit.
He's so fast.
So much faster. Oh, wow. Totally missed that tackle. Oh, wow. That was nice. Getting a little action here. Put in Blau. Yeah, I don't think they're not showing him on my depth chart. Oh, that's on your team, John. Actually, you could put in a little David Blau action.
Is that a quarterback?
Yep.
That's what I thought.
I think he started like in a Thanksgiving game or something like that.
Oh, that guy's a beast.
Yeah. Oh, shit. That was so whack.
I thought about running that, dude.
you totally should have to.
Let's see here.
Would you trade Hill and Sutton for Cup? I would not.
Steven,
would you, John?
I consider it.
Really?
But
okay.
It depends on how the rest of the receivers on the team are looking.
I mean, actually, I don't know. I mean, because when I was thinking about this a little bit more, right? Sutton, we don't know what his role is going to be with Judy back. So then you're basically looking at this as like a rest of season Tyreek Hill, Cooper Kupp. I still think that Tyreek Hill is going to get better rest of the season, but
Sure.
Cooper Kupp, man, he is on some record shattering pace right now. So maybe, do this deal actually.
I don't mind the deal at all, man. I don't. I mean, especially if you're not hurting that receiver, and it doesn't hurt you to also lose Sutton, you know?
Yeah.
What are you doing, bro?
Oh, dude, I threw it away, bro.
Let's see here. This game is much funnier to watch, says Jerry. I agree. Kylan, what's going on, man? Hope you're doing well tonight. Thanks for coming out to the stream. Got offered David Montgomery and Marquez Callaway for Chase Edmonds and Jacoby. If you're on the side that's getting Montgomery, then I think that's a fine trade in the long term. What was that play?
I shouldn't have done that. Jeff Driscoll has been dominant today.
Let us know where your headspace is on with that trade, man. But I think it's fine in the long run. Wow. Paul says, I would. Cup is fire. Depends on who your other options are. Jerry, I really hope Hill starts to play better. I have Cup to carry me for now. Dude, what 3 receivers do you have in that league again, Jerry?
Oh, what?
That was pure determination by me. Why is this guy so slow?
Oh.
Jerry, is that Catch Fam League where you have Hill and Cupper? Cupper? That's my new name for Cooper Kupp. Good old Cupper.
Good old Cup of touchdowns.
Ah!
Oh.
Dude,
was smashing every button.
I know. I was about to say, how many buttons did you press?
I pressed the entire game controller.
Oh, and the Catch family guy of Hill Cup Marvin Jones. That's right.
Gosh, that's nice.
You're number 1 in the league, bro. You gonna defend this play tonight, Steve?
Nope, doesn't look like it. Dude, Jared Goff's having himself a day for you.
I mean, I wouldn't go that far.
He is. Put respect where respect is due, all right, John?
Oh. Dude, why can't you like successfully throw away the football in this game?
Well, did you were like right in the middle of the pocket.
Yeah,
lost it out of bounds. That was a Justin Fields type of play.
That was all. Defend my receivers, bro.
Oh,
sup? Yeah, you ain't getting that ball back with time.
That was kind of whack. All right, so John, who do you think are the top 3 MVP candidates?
Oh gosh, Brady, Allen.
Really, Allen? No Kyler?
I didn't even get a third out. The third one is where it gets murky at, bro. Because I think it's going to be Lamar, Kyler, or Mahomes in there as well, or A-Rod, or Stafford.
I think
it's going to be a quarterback.
Mahomes is out of there.
Well, I mean, the rest of the season could change, you know. What was that play?
I think you got to put Josh Allen.
Oh, I like Brady. This. I like this. LeBron Brain says Dak, Kyler, Henry. I mean, I like Dak in there too. I do. I really do.
Henry's never going to win MVP.
Yeah, Henry deserves it. At this point in the season, Henry deserves it. But a running back never gets it. What was it? 2 years ago? Christian McCaffrey flat out deserved it.
Yeah.
Wasn't even close. Right? I mean, they never put a receiver in the conversation. Kick that field goal, baby. Okay. I like that. I like that call there, LeBron's brain. Jerry, Steven, you need to make it to the playoffs. Otherwise, we won't play against each other this season. Oh. You going to make it to the playoffs, Steven?
I was just about to say.
Your team? Okay, wait. What happened last night?
Overnight, my team changed, right?
Your team is actually kind of good now.
I was able to acquire, obviously, this trade happened on the stream. I was able to get Elijah Mitchell, Amari Cooper, and Tony Pollard. So serious depth at like the weakest position I had, running back, outside of Derrick Henry, obviously. And then at the same time, I was able to get, okay, that was a little bananas. At the same time, after that deal was done, went out and traded Alex Collins and Chris Carson, so basically the Seahawks backfield, for Mike Evans, right, which replaced the depth at receiver because I had to give up Mr. Calvin Ridley to acquire those other guys. And then after that, I said, you know what, this team is getting better, but what is the weakest spot? I'm streaming at quarterback every week. I want to get a good quarterback, and I thought, hey, let's go ahead and get Russell Wilson, man. Let's grab him. So I traded Chase Claypool for Russell Wilson. Obviously, he's on the bye week. I'm still going to have to stream. But if everybody comes back and is healthy and I make a playoff push, like this team's pretty good, right?
It's better. It's definitely better than where it was. That's for
sure. That's not hard to do.
Sure. I like the moves he made last night, but so much was happening. I was just laying in bed like,
thank you for executing those.
Yeah, I was like, I guess I'll execute these right away. But there was a lot happening. And I think your team got way better than it was. Dude, PI, throw the flag.
Whoa, I am now in field goal range.
You going to kick that field goal, Steven?
I'm going to have to, dude. If I make this, it's the greatest kick in Madden history. Oh,
Paul says for the MVP race, Stafford, Allen, Henry. I mean, I hope they put Derrick Henry in there. I really do. A lot of questionable trades last night. Yeah, I heard Steven was paying guys for trades. Oh, breaking news. JJ Watt potentially out for the rest of the season.
What?
Season-ending shoulder injury. Surgery.
What?
Yeah. He's out officially Thursday, and he has to have surgery that might put him out for the rest of the season.
That's nuts. I'm
he
looking
was playing
it up right
so
now.
well, bro. At least he got to play the Texans. I feel like that's all he wanted out of the rest of his career. Was to, like, get a victory against the Texans.
I feel devastated for him.
Yeah, I mean, he might still win a Super Bowl.
Oh, that sucks, man. That sucks.
What does that mean for Arizona? Says Jerry. I mean, I don't. He was impactful for sure. Whoa.
Jeff Driscoll.
What was this? What is happening? All right. Paul says that's going to kill the Cards. He's definitely been impactful in the season.
He has been.
And in the run game as well, too.
Luckily, they got Chandler Jones back.
Whoa.
That was the first catch for Brandon Cooks all night.
Bronze Brain. Okay, if the season ended this week, what's your first round 10 team next year? Number 1 pick or just the overall first round in general? It's probably all running backs other than Kupp, Chase, Adams.
I don't know if Kupp is automatically in there.
I think he's going to be close.
So you don't still think it's Hill and Adams as being those top guys?
What in the world? I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Wait. What's going on here?
Intentional grounding.
Decline that, bro. That was not intentional grounding.
You're such a baby.
Dude, you know it wasn't.
Yes, it was, dude. You were
not at all. I was
out of the pocket with a player in your face. There was no eligible receiver near you, though.
It doesn't matter.
You're such a everyone note on the live stream. Steven is a crybaby. You did the same play, and the next play didn't get called, though.
Yeah, I know.
Let's see here. Oh gosh, that's hard. The Bronze Brain. Henry, Eckler,
Christian McCaffrey's still up there, man.
Yeah, Dalvin Cook's still up there. DeAndre Swift and Jonathan Taylor need to be up there. Looking at the stats on the season,
yeah,
Kamara is up there for sure. Who? I mean, how far up is Jamar Chase going to be next season?
Jamar Chase is definitely going to be a second-round pick.
Not a first?
No, I don't think so yet.
If the season ended today, he is. That's the question, too. So let's think about this. We got Eckler, CMC, Cook. We've got Henry.
Mm-hmm.
We got Kamara.
Kamara is definitely, yeah.
We got Swift and Jonathan Taylor. That's 7.
Mm-hmm.
Am I missing a running back? And then, okay, that's 7. Then we got Chase, Adams, and Kupp. Those are the 10 best players in fantasy right now. Am I missing anyone? Oh, Paul says Najee. No Najee. Okay.
Yeah, Najee
LeBron says Najee as well.
There. Yeah, Najee is a top 3
Maybe
to 5 back.
Yeah, you got to put Najee in there too.
The workload is just absurd. I think the biggest surprise is that Aaron Jones isn't there.
Yeah.
Right? I think we were all so excited about what he was going to do this year, especially seeing that like Aaron Rodgers isn't like lighting it up, right? He's not like out here gunslinging it. Maybe that's the reason he's not doing great, but I don't know. I was expecting more. Jamal Williams being gone too. I mean, we talked at length, man. We talked for hours about why we thought Aaron Jones was going to be good this year, and he's been worse.
I just want to note this. Blammo time, did the pass cross the line of scrimmage? Then I think it's intentional grounding. So everyone note that Steven got a free touchdown because I
oh my God.
So really, no matter how this game ends, there's an asterisk by it for sure. Just putting it out there. Everyone note.
Oh my gosh.
Note this moment in history. It will go down. But yeah, I think Najee is definitely in there. Jared Goff.
Oh my gosh.
I was so focused right there. Chase is the first round pick in 12 plus team leagues, a real man's league.
That's right.
That's right. No offense to anyone who plays 10, 8, or 6. We respect you guys.
It is fun doing 12 plus team, but I thought
Steven's first year doing 12 was like last year when I convinced him.
No, it was not.
He always played 8, and he'd be like, John,
help me for guidance.
He would. I mean, yeah.
I love that on the screen because I'm laying down. All you see is my big ass forehead.
The forehead does look pretty legit there.
It's huge, man.
Have you guys noticed Steven's forehead?
It's massive, guys. I hide it with my hat.
I feel like we got a little off topic there.
All right, let's think about another one here, right? Who's going to be the team that disappoints in the playoffs, right? Who's going to be the team? Maybe we talked about it already slightly, but who's the team that's going to have a great record in the regular season and then lose first round? Happens every year. My guess is Arizona.
You really hate Arizona in the playoffs.
I hate Arizona in general.
Jeez.
Yeah, I do. I mean, it's hard to buy onto these teams which have never done it and now are doing it and just thinking that they're going to go and win a playoff game, go and win a Super Bowl, right? It's just not really precedented, right? Time and time again, it's about being there before. And that's why teams like the Bills, now with the experience of losing in the past, I think it's going to pay out in spades now because they've got the grit. They've got the reason why they're coming out and playing because they know what it's like to lose in the playoffs and how terrible that feels. And that was awesome.
Angry runs.
Angry runs. Kyle Brandt, you're going to make it on the show.
Dude, Kyle Brandt, shout out. If you see this, put us on the show.
Put us on the show, guys.
Everyone tweet Kyle Brandt right now.
Yeah.
Paul says the Cardinals. Jerry asks David Johnson a good pickup. I haven't even thought about that. That's a great that's a good call.
That's probably the biggest thing that's come out of this.
Shout out Jerry. Great call. I mean, that's huge. Johnson and Lindsey are going to be splitting that backfield more evenly now. And I think
Lindsey's been like useless, man.
Yeah.
So is Johnson, I guess.
We're going to have to monitor these running backs on the Texans. Yeah. That's a great call, Jerry.
Chase Brown goes out and picks up David Johnson.
He did?
Yeah, he just picked him up.
That's a good call. Look at you guys. Smart. Smarter than us.
Are you just running the clock? What's good?
Dude, why is my offense so bad that they have
I don't know why they keep jumping.
Chase LOL, thanks for the heads up. Jerry, I don't want to talk about the Catch Fam League in the stream anymore. What's wrong, Jerry? Are you mad at me?
People are taking the picks.
Oh. As long as you're not mad at me, Jerry.
Well, I mean, you did hate on LeBron James, bro.
That's true.
That was super disrespectful.
LeBron's brain says most surprising team, most disappointing, and dark horse.
And then I think he said we were thinking the same thing.
Stafford hasn't won a playoff game. What was that throw? You know
That
who
was
else has
huge.
Actually, Jared Goff has won a playoff game.
Yeah, he made it to a Super Bowl, baby.
Yeah.
Woo! This is serious right here, and that's why Davis Mills is starting for me.
Dude, I don't know if I can stop this offense. Or Philip Lindsay, apparently. Wow.
That was a beautiful run.
Dude, that was the worst throw I've ever seen.
Is this going to end just like last night?
I don't know, man. I don't know.
I tell you this.
You running out the clock, Steve?
No, man. I'm trying to score.
With who? Philip Lindsay?
Yeah.
When has he ever scored? Since his rookie season.
Yeah, seriously though, right?
Do you remember how good he was his rookie season?
He was amazing for Denver back in the day.
Back in the day. Let's see what's going on here. Okay. Most surprising team, most disappointing, and dark horse. Who will be the most surprising team?
I mean, I think the most surprising team for me is Arizona, but I would also say Kansas City is the most disappointing for sure.
Titans will disappoint since Henry will be human by the postseason.
I don't know about that.
Point. Also, Cards with lack of playoff experience and Kyler is a bit too hyped up.
Mm-hmm. I think the dark horse team, maybe the Titans.
Paul, should I pick up Odell and drop Myers? No. Negative, seeing y'all.
That was a terrible pass.
If Deshaun joined the Dolphins for Sunday, would they be the playoff in the playoff race by end of season?
Maybe. Actually, I don't know, man. He hasn't played football in
They've
a
only won
long
2
time.
games on the season. I don't think so. I don't think so. But in the future, yeah, the Bills got a new problem.
Oh, you're itching yourself, aren't you?
No, I had nothing to do with it. I wasn't focused on the secondary at all. So I just don't know why I can't sack Jeff Driscoll and David Mills tonight. Until now. Oh, no. I hate how you do that every game. You just like scramble around in the backfield.
I tease you, dude.
I think the Cowboys are textbook dark horse. Yeah, I like the Cowboys.
The Cowboys are a perfect team there. Yeah, I agree.
They're kind of quiet. Yeah, I agree. What are you doing, bro?
Oh,
I thought you got that for a second.
It's a big player, John.
Well, I'm already like planning on you converting this 4th down. So, dark horse team is Pittsburgh. Don't count them out. I hate saying it, though. I don't hate that Blammo time.
Putting in Deshaun Watson for this play.
Okay. Seriously? Seriously?
No,
it's Jeff Driscoll. Okay.
How pissed would you be?
I mean, it is what it is. If you put in, that's a good play. He's open.
Oh, what a massive play by your defense there, man. Good job. I'll give you credit for that. Credit's deserved where credit's deserved, right?
No, you suck at this game. You should have ever beat me.
That was wow. That was annoying.
Boom, 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 boom.
Nice play. Nice play. Nice play. I wish I could kick a field goal in this game, bro. Wow, Blammin' time. Dark horse team is Pittsburgh. Don't count them out. Man, I cannot get behind anything to do with Mr. Ben Roethlisberger right now.
You're not going to call that timeout, Steve?
Bro, my team lost. It's all good. Just have your win.
You going to cover Amon-Ra St. Brown on this drive?
I guess not, man. This guy is beast, huh?
When do you think Antonio Brown will play? Also, do you think Judy will do well? I think Judy will do just fine. But I just want to give it a week. Anytime a player's coming back from injury, just give him a week to get back, into the swing of things and whatever. Oh, gosh.
Go. What are you doing, idiot?
Why did I run the same play 3 times in a row? Did he kick a field goal, bro?
Oh, I like this.
Listen, I think Antonio Brown, I think he'll be back soon. I mean, I hope so. I don't have like an exact answer on that, man. But I
think right after the bye week.
Yeah, I think he does. That's where that's what I was thinking as well. But I hope it is. Mm-hmm. I certainly hope it is because I need him.
Yeah,
and I hope for your guys'
need of some AB sake.
For your guys' sake too. I hope he comes back. Wow.
Oh, baby. We're cooking with Diesel.
I heard Brown was in crunches at practice this week. Doesn't look too good. Please don't tell me that.
Yeah, he was. He was on crutches.
Yikes. Well, that could mean a lot of things.
Could it?
Yeah, it could. The Raiders are the dark horse. The Chosen Rose, is this Madden 08? Oh, you're kicking the field goal? That's the right play. I'm a little surprised.
Oh my gosh. That was clutch, bro.
You got lucky, bro. I was checked out. And any other person in the world, I would just run the football. But I'm so used to Steven saying, wait, you're running the clock out? At least it's not a boot. That's true. That's true. Chase Brown, I also have him too. I'm hoping it isn't too long. True, they will rest him after bye week for sure. I knew you were going to do this, Steven. Do it. Yeah. Yeah. You like that call? You need to go to bed or something?
No, that was stupid.
Titans winning the Super Bowl. If I'm right, the catch owes me a Derrick Henry jersey. If the Titans win the Super Bowl, Jerry, I will win you, or I will buy you a.
I do think they're a good dark horse here.
Yeah, why not?
We picked them to be a strong Super Bowl contender in the preseason.
Did we?
Yes. We both thought like AJB and Julio were going to be, I think, a little bit better than they turned out to be. But
yeah.
But we also recognize the fact that like if any of these guys are injured, this team becomes one of the most thin roster depth wise in the NFL.
LeBron's right. I could see this being the score to the game in real life.
Oh yeah.
Do they play each other? Oh God. Oh God. You had it. You had the read. Oh man. Oh man. That was spooky.
Jared Goff's making plays right now.
I don't know if I'd say that much. You need to go to bed or something than disrespect.
Child's play.
Oh! Dude, Jared Goff has 3 picks.
Murray's playing out of his mind at the safety position right now. I just want to say that.
Is he?
Mm-hmm. Oh shit.
Oh. All right, this has gotten interesting on the night.
What the fuck?
That was great. I thought I threw a pick. I thought the game was over.
Jerry, who is your favorite player in the NFL, not fantasy related?
If you could
everybody, who are your favorite players in the NFL, not accounting for just fantasy, right? So maybe you like a defender, maybe that's your favorite player, but let us know.
Von Miller and Derrick Henry and Case Keenum. If you could get rid of one franchise, what would it be? Broncos for me.
Wow.
Shout out John Elway.
Yeah.
I mean, why not just get rid of the Washington football team at this point in time?
Honestly, yeah.
Why not?
Sucks too. They've great, obviously.
Or the Lions.
Dude, no, man. The Lions are sick, dude. They're beating the Texans.
This is a good game. You guys should play with bad teams more often. Yeah, I agree, but Steven gets scared, bro. I mean, he's always got to be the Chiefs or the Bills or the Buccaneers or the Packers or the, these top-rated teams. And I mean, I would love it, Jerry, but Steven I don't like getting him upset because I've done it so often in my lifetime, and I just feel bad, man. I just feel bad.
That was a gritty drive. John, if you did not score right there, this game was going to end in a tie.
I was trying to run the clock out.
I know you were. What is this? He's got his helmet looking at the camera.
Jared Goff.
That was the worst game of Madden I've ever played in my life.
That was a great game, bro. That was a great game.
Terrible. All right, brother. I got to hang out.
J.K. Dobbins, Paul. Goff will come out of his funk this week against Philly and lead the Lions a 7-3 record the rest of the year. Or the Jaguars, says the Browns. Jerry, I like Henry and Brady, but I wouldn't consider myself a fan of any team. I just like playing fantasy. Fair enough.
Love that.
Blammer time. Life could get surreal if the Saints suck into the playoffs. Could Winston carry them? Possibly.
Maybe.
Litsky, good games. 3-3. Yep, we're 3-3 right now.
3-3 now.
But I'm winning. Jerry, I'm becoming a Washington football team fan.
That's awesome.
Fantasy ruins my love for football. I feel you there, too.
I will say that my vote for the team that should probably not be in the NFL anymore is Jacksonville Jaguars.
Sure.
Probably the worst organization in the NFL. One of their youngest as well. Obviously, the Carolina Panthers and them come in late, but I don't really see a fan base for them anywhere. But yeah, with that, I'm jumping. John, are you staying on a little bit later?
Yeah, no, I was about to exit the chat. Yeah. LeBron's Brandon, he's played video games with Jonathan Allen. Guy's a gamer. Get him on the channel, bro.
He's a dog.
Yeah, get him on the channel. We'll play with him.
Oh, that would be sick.
Let's see here. All right, guys, we are capping off the stream for the night. Appreciate everyone coming out, man. Hope you guys enjoyed the segments, man. Appreciate everyone coming out. I'll get to these last 2 questions. Steven, if you got to bounce, you can bounce, man. I'll get to the last question here.
All right, brother.
Steven, peace out. Everyone say bye to Steven.
Love you guys. Love you guys.
Good loss tonight, Steven.
Yeah, good loss tonight as well for you.
Thanks,
Chad
man.
Henne beat you.
I appreciate that.
All right, love you guys.
All right, yeah. Phase 10 foil. I'll get to this, then we'll go ahead and we'll cap off the stream. Yo, my team just got a few huge upgrades. My lineup this week is Stafford, Najee, Chubb, Diggs, Jefferson, Jamar, Pitt. Niners defense, Tyler Bajas, Deontay, and Lamar on the bench. All right, Phase 10 foil. Loaded. Love it, man. All right, guys, we're capping off the stream. Appreciate everyone coming out, man. Make sure you guys hit that like button on your way out. If you guys are new here, make sure you hit that sub button as well. But appreciate everyone coming through, man. We will be on tomorrow night for the Thursday night football hangout with just fantasy Q&A tomorrow. Probably just be me, but make sure you guys swing by and hang out for a bit tomorrow. Should be a great game, man. Packers and Cardinals, even with the injuries, COVID, everything going on, man. It's going to be a great game. One of the best Thursday night football games on the season, man. So appreciate you guys. Hit that notification bell so you don't miss a single stream or upload. Check out the Patreon page down below if you're ever interested. But appreciate you guys. Love this community. You guys are killing it night after night. Today was an absolute blast. The chat was crazy. Could barely keep up. Just love it, man. Love the Catch fam. Appreciate all you guys. Appreciate all your support. Got nothing else to say, man. But thank you so much for watching and or listening. And remember, saw it here on the Catch. And peace.